Well, alrighty then. Um, Show's RPGrinders. I'm your host, Frank Branches, just waiting for Eric the Great, Breakman the Bold to join. Should be a fun show today. We've got more Monster Madness. We're going to determine, by popular demand, I had to expand my field of monsters. So we have a field of 48 movie monsters today, and we're going to determine the ultimate movie monster today. So that's on the agenda at the end of the show. If you're just joining, I haven't started yet. Just waiting for my awesome cohorts to join. I see Breakman's online. Don't know what's going on with Eric. I think he said he was eating. So it shows where his priorities are. So we'll see. So if you're just joining, I don't know if anybody's in chat yet. I don't see anybody just yet, but I know y'all will be in there. It's gonna be some tough choices on the monsters today. I put some thought into putting together this list. It's I think it's 42. I think it's either 42 or 48. I can't remember. Movie monsters, and we're gonna whittle it down to one. So it's 48. So there you go. 48 movie monsters, and we'll be whittling them down. There might be some surprises. All right, let's get Eric on the line here. Gotta love that Skype sound. What's up, Eric? I put us on the stream, so we are on the stream. I was just telling everybody I'm kind of excited for the show. We got Monster Madness on Day of the Dead. So I should have put zombies in there. I thought about putting zombies in there. So if you're wondering why the zombies aren't in there, there's no, zombies are like a horde. Like I couldn't, in good conscience, put.
It's all about animated skeletons.
Yeah, maybe animated skeletons should have made the list too. Maybe I should have put those two together. But I have a feeling next year, during Halloween, we're going to have a much better. I have an idea for next year, Eric. I'll tell you.
No, I just said that because that's what Day of the Dead usually has as the imagery.
Yeah, that would be cool too. But next year might be even greater. I think I'll move to a 64.
Then again, you could argue that zombies are just skeletons with flesh on them.
I guess. But I think we'll have them next year in a bracket. I'll put together 64 next year. And I've got an idea to make it more interesting and get more people involved. So it should be a ton of fun. Yeah. Let's see. Just waiting on Breakman. If you're just joining us, the show is RPGrinders, and we talk about lots of stuff, including video games, skepticism, politics, and of course, today we'll be talking about movie monsters. So that's the type of show that we got. How many would you say we've done this show for? What, 11, 12 years now, Eric?
I know I've done it for 10.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like I think it's 12 years, almost 12 years. So we've been doing this a long time, long time. And these are always fun. These type of shows where we have something a little bit different. Just waiting on Breakman, and we will get started. Let me see if anybody's in chat yet. Looks like Bernie's in chat. Of course, Bernie's sitting right next to me, so.
Hi.
Say hi, Bernie.
Hi.
So it should be a fun show today. We got new intro and outro. Nothing's ever permanent, but I figured we'd do something a little bit different.
So Break's going to be eating on air, apparently.
Break's what?
Going to be eating dinner on air.
Yeah, probably. And by dinner...
Unless this is like last week's chat.
Well, if by dinner you mean he's gonna be drinking beer, then yes, he'll be drinking plenty of beer. But lots to talk about today. Eric's got quite a bit of reviews. We'll get through those. I got a review that I'll do real quick when we get to it. I've been doing Creepshow Um,
Okay, it's showing in network here, by the way.
what's that?
I tried refreshing and it's not loading.
What the stream?
Yeah.
Um, try what the hell's going on? All right, I stopped it and then started it again. Let's see if it's working now. Is it working now? Let's see. Uh, I see your text in there. Says it's streaming. I don't know.
I can't see anything though.
Try refreshing.
Oh, there we go.
Did it work?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess technical difficulties, but apparently it's working now. It shows RPGrinders. We haven't started yet. We're just waiting on break, man.
It just might be my internet being garbage though.
Yeah. Hold on a second. Yeah, maybe. Just waiting on break, man. I do see the chat is working. If you're in chat, let us know you're in there. I don't even see you in chat, Eric. Maybe it's because you refreshed. There we go. Okay, looks like we're live. We're gonna have a fun show today. We got the ultimate movie monster challenge today. We are gonna determine who the ultimate movie monster is today. As soon as break gets on the line, we'll get started with our usual news. Eric's got reviews. Hopefully we'll get through everything really quick and get to get to that challenge. I mean, there's 48 monsters and only one will survive. And we will go through all of I did it bracket style. When we get to the final 6, Eric, two of the monsters are going to have buys, and the way that I'm going to determine that is who had the toughest bracket. So in other words, if there was one movie monster that just had a hell of a bracket to get through, they will move on to the next round. They'll get a buy, and then we will go with the final 4 and go from there. As my dog is going crazy, gotta love that. So lots to discuss today, but we'll start as soon as break gets in. Let's see if I can get his attention. So I know he's in there. Oh, I see Bernie's in chat. Okay, hi. There we go. And I see Eric's in there. So that's all systems are go there. Looks like the stream is going strong. So if you listen on YouTube, we usually do a little bit of pre-show banter before we get into the show proper. Or if you're listening on Twitch, same thing. So you guys get a little bit of bonus content there. All for the cheap price of nothing. So you don't have to pay for this show, and you never will. So there you go. I don't know if Wyland is listening out there. He probably isn't. He's probably working, but he should be joining the show in chat soon. But he gave me a code to. This is news to Bernie. I didn't even tell Bernie. I haven't even had a chance to tell her. But he gave me a code to 3 from Hell, the unrated version. So we got a 4K version of 3 from Hell for free. So kudos to him. I'm gonna mention it on the show proper too, on the recording, because
I guess I know what we're watching tonight.
Maybe. I think we gotta finish Halloween too.
That too.
Yeah. So there's that. I don't know where Break is, so I know he's online, but we'll just wait for Break and then we'll get started. But we got lots to get to today. It might be slightly extended version of Grinders today, because we do have that. We have 48 monsters, 47 to eliminate.
Wow.
It's gonna be a heck of a show. I think it's gonna be cool. We have four brackets. 6 brackets. And once we get to the final 6, 2 are gonna get a bye, and then we're gonna get down to the final 4. So it should be fun. I'm looking forward to it. give you a preview if you're listening on pre-show banter. We have Annabelle going up against Chucky, so that should be an interesting matchup. Both have their merits and faults. So I know our reasoning last week for Chucky moving on was that he was quick and nimble, and he's going to have a tough time. Let's just put it that way, I think. But we shall see. We shall see. Also to note, I couldn't find too many female horror icons, but there are some included. You know, this is the way it is, I guess. But there are a few in there that I plopped in there, so we should be in good shape. Okay, so let's get break into the call here, and then we'll get started promptly. Looks like Bloodluster's in chat. What's up, Bloodluster? Nice to see you in there. Breakman, do we have you? Bloodluster is in chat.
That's an interesting name. Sorry, my mic wasn't on the way down.
It's all good.
I blame you.
Yeah, of course. I mean, that's the way it goes on the show, man. Everything is alwas blamed on me. So, let's. I was just telling everybody. I don't know if you saw the bracket, Breakman.
No, I have no time.
But it's a heck of a bracket, man. I got 48 of the greatest movie monsters in history going at it, and we're gonna have fun whittling those down. So we should probably get started sooner than later. Are you ready to go, Break?
Yeah, I'm just loading my links and shit.
Okay. You ready to go, Eric?
Yeah.
Also, Breakman, I don't know if you had a chance to listen to the intro, but new intro this weekend, outro. So. And nothing's ever permanent. Later on, I might change it, especially if I get notices from YouTube that, I may or may not have used content that's someone else's, but, we will just not think about that as we're listening.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't either. See? So we're in agreement for the first time in history. All right, you guys, you ready to go, Eric?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's do this. And welcome everybody to episode 563 of RPGrinders. I am your host, Frank Branches, alongside my trusty cohorts, Eric the Great, Breakman the Bold on Dia de los Muertos. Gentlemen, how are you?
I'm alright, but Eric sounds like he's dying over there.
Yeah, I know.
I got some allergy stuff going on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you need some of that Flonase, man.
Sure, you shouldn't. You should maybe go to urgent care right now.
Yeah, urgent
just
care.
Just to be safe.
It might be the Ebola. You know.
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
you might have.
I'm also drinking soda, so that tends to happen. You drink a lot of soda.
Oh, really? That never happens to me, but.
H1N1.
Oh, H1N1. Yeah, little Henta virus. Is that what that is? Yeah.
Could be the measles. They're bringing it back.
Yeah, that's true. It's fucking anti-vaxxers, man. Just a little bit of house.
I need to get my flu shot tomorrow.
You haven't done that yet? Jesus Christ! Oh my God! Oh Jesus Christ! There's no. Oh my God! Jesus! Fuck.
I got it a year ago before Thanksgiving, so I'm good still.
Hopefully you're good. Okay. A little bit of housekeeping. I want to give a quick shout out to Wyland. Wyland actually gave me a digital code for 3 from Hell. So I want to give him a shout out, even though he's not here. He should be here later on. He said he was going to try to make the show later on for the Monster Challenge today. So should be fun.
Where's Dungeon Buster, though?
That is a good question. I haven't seen Dungeon Buster in a few weeks. I wonder if he's
Outer Worlds consumed him, I guess.
I guess he might be outer worlding. I heard that game is fantastic. I think I want to pick that up.
He's probably so into it he doesn't even post pictures on Twitter like everybody else does.
Yeah, probably. Community Showcase is in the chat room. Welcome, Community Showcase. We lost Bloodluster. I don't know what happened to Bloodluster, but probably heard my voice and was like, "Oh, fuck this shit." So, all right.
I thought Frank was a girl's name.
Exactly. I thought Frank was like a sex pot or something. Turns out he's just an idiot podcaster. So yeah, that which would be accurate. So okay, let's get started with RPG news. Bernie says Frank is a sex pot, and she's absolutely correct. So I just want to mention that. Okay, so let's get started with the first news story. Eric.
We got God Eater 3 updates, version 2.10. It's going to introduce the following. New episode for Hugo and Zeke titled Encounter with the Past. No extra mission against Aragami Agni Vaja, sorry. New, damn it, thanks for scrolling down automatically on me when you decided to load in ads.
Yeah.
But, flu, man, it's getting you.
Yeah.
Anyways, high difficulty mission, Challenge to the Hounds. New class certification missions, rank 35 to 37. And new time attack missions, EX 11 through 14. New avatar costumes, accessories, adds speed adjustment option for a lock-on camera, and adds feature to redo avatar creation. So if you don't like the way you look, you can fix it. So that's nice.
That's kind of cool. I like that option always.
Abandoned God Arcs have new skills. Their enhancements can go up to plus 40 after finishing Hugo and Zeke's episodes.
Okay, so
I'm sure that's for all platforms, so Steam, PS4, and Switch.
Nice little additions there on their update. So there you go. Anything else on that break?
Oh, that's it.
Anything?
I don't want to add anything to it.
Yeah, I agree. So let's move on, Breakman.
Coming to us live from RPG Site. Huge ad for the new Terminator movie. Also, as they're linked. Dude, it's all over this.
That was in the last one too.
Yeah.
As they're laying cross-wave ads, a stream release.
Stream
don't
on
cross
what?
the stream. Steam release. That's about it. Oh, well, let her say limited edition includes steel game case, nautical debriefing hardbook art cover, 96 pages. That's not bad.
Yeah, not bad.
Official soundtrack, 16 tracks. That seems like a ripoff. Shimikaze figure, 2-inch enamel pin set, javelin, Saruga, and a Yaname. Sakura Empire standee featuring Takayo, Atego, and Yamashiro.
Okay.
Reversible cover sleeve and collector's box.
I do like
November 5th. Pre-orders will start.
I do like steelbook editions of if I'm gonna get something.
The limited editions for the PS4 version only because PC doesn't get physical releases anymore.
Yeah, I do like steelbook versions of physical media. If I'm gonna get physical media, I like steelbooks. I like that for DVD/Blu-rays and 4K.
I mean, yeah, you'd want something when like you get home and inevitably you gotta go take a crap when you want to play your game. So you need to look at something. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But apparently, if you want physical versions, the only way to get it is through limited run games because I guess ID Factory International doesn't have as much money as they used to.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this game either has a lot of repetitive music or I feel like we got gypped on the soundtrack.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, that's how it goes. All right.
Or maybe they made it like an album and they've got like featured artists and stuff like that. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, there you go. So I always hated those albums that said select tracks. You know what I mean? Like selected by who? You know, it's like just give us a whole fucking thing or don't give it to us. Yeah.
But I'm wondering when my copy from limited run for that Gunvolt game comes out.
Yeah.
Because they take a certain number of pre-orders, then they go into production, and then they start shipping them when they're done.
I wonder if
So
they
probably another month before that happens.
Yeah, I wonder if they make extras by chance. Like, I know it's limited run to their pre-orders, but I wonder if they make any extras or if that's just, just what they do.
If they make more than, I think they only make as many as pre-orders as they get.
Well, gotcha. Okay, let's move on to the next story from.
It's kind of like the inverse of GameStop, where like GameStop will only get as many copies as people and make pre-orders.
Yeah.
And if there are any copies left over, that it's because people canceled their pre-orders.
It's just because GameStop sucks. It's run a little bit differently, man. They should always carry at least a few more discs. Even if they're not like AAA titles, they should always carry at least a few more. But whatever. Let's move on to this story.
GameStop doesn't do that with every game. They do that with like the niche ones.
Yeah. Let's move on to the next story from RPGsite.net. Disco Elysium planned for release on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One in 2020. So that's pretty much the first sentence. In both interviews, what's his name? Robert Kurvitz, the lead designer, discusses how he believes the game will translate well to consoles because the game doesn't require a lot of precision clicking, as it mostly is played through.
Yeah, sorry, I just wanted to mention. This is a game where you don't really do combat. It's role playing in the purest sense. You basically are subject to a DM who tells you the story.
Yeah, that's kind of
there's there's a control that lets you roll dice in there.
Yeah, roll a d6, roll a d20 for a health or a fortitude check.
In fact, I think the game uses like 5th edition rolls.
Really? That's actually kind of cool. That's really cool, actually. If there was a die roll option, would you use it, Breakman? Like if they had like two options, like you could either have it done in the background or you could do it yourself. Would you like that? That's actually
which way's lazier?
The lazier way is just have the computer do it in the background.
And we talked about the story the last time we talked about this, where you're basically a dude who can't remember who he was because he was so freaking drunk the last night, and you're hungover, and you're having trouble remembering who you were.
Yeah. So
Did he also
basically,
not find his car?
Yeah. So basically, Breakman's life is what this movie is based on, right? Right, Breakman.
Game.
Yeah. Game. Yeah. So, all right, let's move on, Eric. Let's get on to the next story.
Maybe we can get an interview with them.
It'd be nice if they're listening. I mean, it seems like the only way we can
I'd like
get
to play the game, but I don't want to play it on my PC.
Yeah.
We need like phone numbers, like they call them and stuff. They'll be like, "What the? Somebody's using our phone?"
I know, like a Rolodex full of phone numbers that nobody ever uses. That'd be so 80s of us.
I hear this ringing noise. It just won't quit. Every couple days, like it just rings for it's like a ringing. Like there's something going on in here. We're haunted.
It's like an intermittent ringing, and it won't stop. And then eventually they pick up the phone and it's us, and they get so sick of us. They're like, "Oh God, it must be those RPGrinders."
It's like the Telltale Heart, only it's full of pain.
Exactly.
Instead of guilt.
Yeah. Okay. Let's move on to the next story. I think it's Breakman's turn.
Sure. Coming to us live from RPG site. Neo 2 launches on March 13th, 2020. Open beta details and pre-order information. Pre-order and receive. I'm just giving a head. Pre-order and receive a bonus after checking out Neo 2 pre-order, Avatar 1, Avatar 2, and Avatar 3. Okay. Pre-order bonuses at launch: Demon Horde armor set, Sudama Netsuke charm, and a PS4 theme. The $79.99 deluxe edition includes a season pass, Demon Horde weapons, Kodama Netsuke charm, PS4 theme, and a PSN avatar set for PS4. Okay.
I'm willing to bet that armor is garbage.
I think.
I mean, the game has if the game's like the first game, it will have soul matching, which you could just raise it to the level of your character so it's actually more effective, but there's probably better armor out there with better traits.
Is it me, or does every major game come out with 2 tiers? You get the basic tier for $59 and like hold on, Eric.
Ubisoft and you have like
Christ.
7 tiers.
No, I understand, but my point is still remaining. Let me finish. Is it me, or does every like big game have like at least 2 tiers of like, the basic game is $59.99, but if you want the whole game, you have to pay an extra $20. Like that, the games. I think Sterling was right, man. Games are not $59.99 anymore. I think we should just get away from this bullshit.
But those extras aren't really worth it anyway. So
no, I understand.
I think he's referring more to like the DLC type.
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, like the season pass, right?
Yeah. Like and I get it. That's why I wait for games like like the Fallout games. I wait until all the DLC's out and they got it patched and everything else.
I'm totally with you,
and
man.
usually it's a lot cheaper by then too because it's been out a couple of years. Yeah,
yeah, exactly. You get it for like.
Which I think the Outer Worlds is a complete game. It's not Bethesda's broken garbage.
Oh God! Don't even start in with Bethesda. But there's a new term for Bethesda. It's pathetic, because they are. They really have fallen by the wayside. I hope Obsidian keeps doing what they're doing. I got to get Outer Worlds, man. Outer Worlds sounds out of this world.
You could get the Game Pass and you could play it on that.
Yeah, that's true too.
I'm gonna just rent the PS4 version through GameFly whenever I'm like got it in my queue. It's further down the line because you could still not really rent it yet.
Yeah.
And just one more thing on that article. There's a beta going on that started today, and it's going on to the 10th.
Oh, okay.
And I stand corrected. Apparently, William is going to be in the game, but I don't know to what capacity, and I'm wondering how. I mean, I know that his guardian spirit basically prevents him from dying, but I'm not sure if that prevents him from aging too.
Wow, Will.i.am is going to be in the game?
Damn it, I was thinking the same thing. God damn you, Frank.
And
damn it.
I said William. Sorry.
What is Fergie going to be further DLC? That would be even better, man. Holy shit.
No, the main character from the last game.
We can get the whole if we could get the whole crew from Black Eyed Peas in the game. Oh man, that'd be a no-brainer. But
you guys are old.
Well, that's definitely
we're
true.
old for knowing the Black Eyed Peas.
I know. Well, we are, man.
For thinking I'm talking about something.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to the next story from RPG site. God, they're doing good work today. Next, Dragon Age game not set for release until after April 2022. At the end of EA's most recent earnings call, when the topic of Dragon Age came up, EA's CFO. Why do we know what's in people's earnings call? Like, doesn't that seem like private company information? It's so stupid. But anyways,
it's probably because they're trading on Nasdaq or.
Yeah, I have a stinko, but I need to look for the source first.
Let's wait till we get to the stinkos, Eric.
I know, we're not even
Jesus.
there.
I just want to let you know so you don't pass me up.
I never pass you up. I always ask you. I always ask, Eric. All right, you just leave the main hosting duties to me, but I'll take care of it. Trust me. When the topic of Dragon Age came up, EA CFO Blake Jorgensen stated that the project probably comes after fiscal 22, meaning sometime after April 2022. Jorgensen didn't extrapolate much further than that, claiming EA doesn't typically give multi-year guidance, but finished by stating that plans are underway.
I like that. It means they're gonna spend some time working on that game at least.
I like that too. I always hate when they release shit like when they release a new story early, like way early. Like for instance, how long did we wait for Kingdom Hearts 3? Like 10 years. Like they teased it.
I know people hound them about when's the next Dragon Age. It's coming. God damn it! Here, look.
Yeah.
See. Jeez, guys, can I be in peace? Sorry. I'm talking about myself.
I've been playing a little bit. Not lately, but I did play a little bit of Dragon Age Inquisition. I like what they're doing there. It does get a little difficult in spots, but I'm really liking where they're taking Dragon Age. So it would be it would be mildly exciting for me.
I
for
don't
a new
know. I
Dragon
mean,
Age.
BioWare made the crap that is Anthem, and they'll probably just fuck up Dragon Age again.
I hope not. I mean, the last game gives me hope because I know ever since Dragon Age,
but the last game is still
Eric,
kind of far from excellence.
it is far from excellence, but it's pretty damn good. I liked
It's
Inquisition.
The damning but faint praise with faint praise would be for that game. At least it's not 2.
Oh God, 2.
Are they also saying that this is going to be a next generation console or console game?
Yes, definitely.
Probably.
Definitely. I mean,
Yeah,
look,
I mean, that's what is saying.
But
that
like,
it's not gonna be out
since
for,
it's
like,
so
3
far
years.
out, would
Confirming,
people
yeah.
even still be interested in it by
yes,
then?
yes, Eric. The answer is yes.
Well, you would, but
I mean, like even like something like Elder Scrolls. Like people remember that shit for a long time. Like it that's a
I
thing.
have to wonder if they're gonna like if they did this tactically in order to like to steal ideas from
No.
Baldur's Gate 3.
No, I don't think so. I think it is a tactical move, but I think Breakman hit on it. I think they need the extra time to work with the next gen consoles, and that's purely what it is. Like I don't think it's. I don't think it's them like holding off or anything. Because if there's money to be made, they're gonna try to make money. That's what.
They could
EA is
always
all
try
about.
to do Anthem 2
Oh God, please no.
in the meantime to get them a little extra cash.
Oh Jesus Christ, man! Come on, Eric.
No. Instead of Anthem 2, they'll probably just like a Realm Reborn style reboot for Anthem.
Ugh, yeah. Okay, Eric. Next story, please.
But I'm sure they'll screw that up too.
Oh yeah. All right. Next story, please.
Tales of Crystal has been delayed. Let's see, it's been delayed to 2020, sometime in 2020. It doesn't say when. But this was the free-to-play mobile RPG with probably lots of gotcha elements and probably isn't all that great anyway.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if they're delaying it because a lot of releases in December, or if they're bugs.
I think maybe it might have to do with an English localization, but
Both
Localization problems, okay.
both are valid concerns. So, it's not like
I guess basically my question more is that are they spending more time working on the game? Because that's fine by me. Delay.
yeah, I wish some
Yeah,
of the delay was to get dub voice actors for the English release, but apparently they're just going to have Japanese voice acting.
Yeah. Okay. All right, break. Next story.
Coming to us live from RPG site, and then again, this Terminator ad is all over. Like, Jesus Christ, they're hyping this movie, man.
Yeah.
It's the best Terminator since Terminator 2, as they say every time they release a Terminator movie.
I heard good things.
It's definitely not the garbage that was Salvation and Genesis, even though I like parts of those movies.
Yeah. Okay.
I never watched those, like, cause I like Terminator 3, but not like loved it, enough to.
I like
be
Terminator 3 too. I think Terminator 3 is underrated, but
Yeah, but like I said, I liked it, but it was like, okay, well, okay. I don't think we really need any more sequels or anything, like, or unless I don't know. They just seem to have gone crazy with some of their sequels.
yeah.
Who knows?
All right.
Anyway, coming to us from RPG side, Everreach Project Eden delayed to December 2019. So there you go.
That's not a big deal, I don't think. December. When was it supposed to launch?
Oh.
Probably this month.
Yeah, 1 month, no big deal. I think
And there's PlayStation. That's for the Xbox One. PlayStation 4 release will be coming out in 2020 sometime.
Oh boy! Wow. Okay.
Well,
Okay.
I'm sure they've got to port it over.
I'm sure they do. Okay, let's move on to the next story, Eric.
Okay, The Surge 2 is getting a season pass.
Oh, because of course it is.
Yeah, like, I know it's a Souls-like game, and it's probably got some story DLC planned, like it says in the headline here, but season pass for like extraneous stuff like weapons and gear is kind of gross.
Yeah. DLC is fine, but I agree.
Like price your season pass sensibly and Stick to just story content.
Has anybody ever bought a like for not it's not really DLC, but has anybody ever bought a weapon in a game, like hold on, Eric, let me finish. Has anybody ever bought a weapon that was actually like really really good, like for extra money? Like, let's say you paid $1 or $2 for like I don't know, a sword or a gun. Freak Five's in chat.
Yeah, because this is a season pass. I can assume you could buy it by itself. Yeah, why would you do that?
What's up, Freak Five? Freak Five's in chat. He says, "Happy Halloween, grinders. Happy Dia de los Muertos."
Like, you should do what Neo did and rolled 2 new weapon types and the weapons associated with them through the DLC.
Yeah,
I don't know. The story content.
I've never
even despite the fact that I got the update that lets you use Tonfas, you can't actually use Tonfas until you start getting them in the story DLC that it's related to.
I've never really bought like extra weapons in games before because I think it's just wasted money. But every time I get like a code, like let's say I buy a game early and they give you code for extra armor or weapons, it's never good. It's never great. So it's like it'll help you for like a level or two, and then it's just pretty much useless. So I'm not a big fan of that weapon shit. So yeah, I'd prefer them give you more aesthetic items, like a costume or something for free, or I don't know, something that makes you look cool, or
horse armor.
Yeah, horse armor for sure, especially at $15. I mean that's I remember when that. Do you remember when that shit came out, guys? Like, I think that's still like the meme.
Does anybody want to buy me the Surge 2?
Yeah, no, Eric, I do not. I don't have the money to be buying you Surge 2.
No, not you guys. Like maybe potential Patreons.
There you go. Yeah.
Do we have any rich listeners who'd like to hook us up with stuff?
Yeah.
Please.
Exactly. Just hook us up with
you can hook him up with some video games. I'll take. Let me see.
I'll take a PS5. I mean, I'm not picky. I'll take a PS5.
I was gonna say a new back porch.
We either need patrons or we need sponsors, which patrons are basically sponsors. But.
Yeah, exactly. Horror's armor, yes, please. Freak Five says.
Somebody to redo my basement, like somebody furnish my basement. That'd be great.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, how about just buy me a new house? That'd be nice.
Yeah, new houses would be awesome.
Yeah,
that'd be great.
Yeah, exactly.
The Horror's armor.
Yeah, exactly. All right, let's move on. Next story from Silicon Era. Nintendo Switch Bloodstained Ritual of the Night update finally makes the game look and play better. This is sorely needed on the Switch. There was some problems on the Switch, so that's pretty much the whole story. Just it's got performance
up to 70% faster load times depending on area.
Well, that's good. I mean, that's good stuff.
Because that was a big problem. That's still a big problem in the PS4 version, but they wanted to focus on the Switch version first.
Yeah, I'm sure there'll be a PS4 edition real soon. So, they'll patch it up. It's a great game. Everybody should buy it, even on the Switch if you have a Switch. So, there you go. Let's see. All right, Breakman. Next story.
Coming to us live from Silicon Era. The Grisaya. How the hell do you pronounce it? Grisaya Trilogy Nintendo Switch version will come to North America and Europe on November 7th, 2019. Good lord, goddamn them. Just goddamn them. Anyway, Nintendo Switch owners will have a chance to pick up the well-known visual novel next week. The Grisaya Trilogy will be making its digital debut on the system in both North America and Europe on November 7th. It'll be $59.99 American dollars or £53.99.
I'm wondering, have you played any of those, Eric?
I played the first game, and I still need to cover the second game, and before I can even attempt to request code for the third game.
Okay.
But I like the original, and it's definitely like it's definitely an eroge that was made into an all ages game because there's a lot of character development that happens during the sex parts.
Mm-hmm.
So you'd be missing out a little bit on the console versions.
Okay.
So I can't exactly
So you're like
recommend
something-
those if you have the means to play the game on the PC instead.
Like you find out a character has is suddenly the wrong gender or something like that.
No, it's not.
Cutscene, like all of a sudden you're like,
Break, don't
"What?"
dig yourself into a hole. Just shut up.
Oh man, that's really good, Break Man. I dig that. No, okay, that's like a case against censorship though. Like honestly, if there's like really is like what you say, Eric, and you've obviously played the game, if there is, like, let's say it's just pillow talk, like them, having sex and, being nude and having pillow talk, and that extends the character's, story or backdrop or whatever. That's stuff that should be included. Like, I hate this shit, man. It's so dumb. Like, Break and I talk about this shit all the time. Can we just...
it's more especially true for a particular character than the others, although the others do get some development.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, there's reasons why censorship is just bad, and it kind of holds art back sometimes. I'm not saying all the time, and I'm not advocating, let's just have sex in every video game, but let's just be more realistic and understand that there are, older people playing games now. It's not just kids all the fucking time. Come on, Jesus Christ.
Nintendo. Like you could play G Senjo no no Mao on the Steam, without the erotic content, because you could tell they just threw that in there. But in this game, the opposite's true. You kind of want to have that content.
Yeah. I agree with you, Break. Why would you want to?
So like this, the all ages version basically replaced those scenes with like other scenes to try to fill that void, but it doesn't do quite a good job.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. You had to skew the artist's vision because you're so afraid that a kid in America is gonna see nudity or sex.
Basically, when the all age version was made, they just commissioned the developers to make new scenes to replace the old ones.
Yeah, I understand, but still, it's just.
But bullshit. They probably hired different writers.
Yeah.
So,
all right, Eric, let's do the last story so we can get through the news here.
But anyways, the last story is that you can get most, if not all, I think only a handful are missing. Of all the Etrian Odyssey game OSTs are on Spotify, and let's see, it says 9 different games in the Etrian Odysseys are now available on music streaming platforms like Spotify and Apple Music.
This is exciting. There's some good music in the Etrian Odyssey.
I don't know how much they cost, but
yeah,
I think Spotify is kind of free, but you have to like pay for a subscription or something.
Yeah, Spotify is a subscription service just like Apple Music is, unless you want to pay individually like iTunes shit. But I remember I think 1 through 3 had some pretty great music, Eric. So
the games covered are Etrian Odyssey 2, Heroes of the Guard, Etrian Odyssey 3, The Drowned City, Etrian Odyssey 4, The Legends of the Titan, Etrian Odyssey 5, Beyond the Myth, Etrian Odyssey Untold, The Millennium Girl, Etrian Odyssey 2 Untold, The Fafnir Knight, and the 2 Mystery Dungeon games. It doesn't cover the Persona Q games.
Yeah. Mystery Dungeon seems to be like a title that a lot of
or Nexus for that matter.
Yeah, games use. Freakfly says he just drove past a Dunkin' Donuts, 3 police cars in the parking lot. That doesn't.
It says right here that Nexus soundtrack is already available. So okay.
That doesn't surprise me, Freak. Looking at police cars in a Dunkin' Donuts part, you should have took a picture, if you weren't driving, of course. So, okay, that is the news. We do have some homie discounts.
I don't think so. Homie, don't play that.
All right, Eric, what are the homie discounts that we have? The PS Plus free games, which I'm kind of disappointed in. Not because of the content, but,
because I already have one of them.
I have both. So I just fucking sucks. I don't
Neo and Outlast 2, which I heard was not that great. So
Outlast 2 is not as good as the first because you've already experienced like the shock value of Outlast.
Also,
1.
it's probably just the vanilla Neo, so you still have to buy the DLC.
Yeah, I have Neo the complete edition, so and I have Outlast 2 on the Xbox, so it's like, man, it was kind of sweet for me, but nonetheless, Neo's a good game, and hopefully that'll get more people into Neo and Outlast. I think it's worth it anyways. Outlast was that trilogy of games was fine, so there you go. There's also a huge sale going on the PlayStation. I know I always talk about the PlayStation sales, but they're always numerous and good. There's too many to list. It's basically if you have PlayStation Plus, you get double the discounts. In some cases, I know they say double discounts, but in some cases it's like 80% off of games. So there's quite a few there. I know Ni no Kuni 1 is on that list for like 35 or something. So that's, I mean, it just came out a couple of months ago, so that's a significant discount. And I can't remember some of the others, but nothing of note on the Xbox and Nintendo. I kind of looked through those. There's nothing super great. PlayStation double coupon, you say, Breakman. Yes, exactly. You get double coupons if you have Plus. So there you go. Breakman, is there anything in Dear Breakman?
I got some pictures from Freak. He sent us a pretty awesome picture of somebody who dressed their dog up like Rush from Mega Man, which was pretty
nice.
awesome.
That's really cool. Yeah. That's really, really cool.
And then he sent us a picture of his RPG book collection, and he has a lot.
Yeah.
His pen and paper RPG he has 2 bookshelves full. So there you
go. He didn't send you any dick pics this time, did he?
He always sends me dick pics. So
okay. All right. Okay. I didn't give you your intro, Breakman, because I didn't figure you had two.
I just wanted to plug Neo real quick. There's a character in the game that is sort of like its version of the Crow from Dark Souls, only he wants shit from you. Like actual shit.
Yuck. He wants to get your poop?
Yeah.
Ew. Okay.
And he's really, really excited about it when you give it to him.
Oh my god.
Wow. That would be uncomfortable.
Jesus Christ.
He even sounds like the Crow character, though, because of it, though.
What has this show become when we're talking about getting somebody's poop? Oh. Did you poop today? Is that what it is?
It's kind of like making fun of Dark Souls, though, because, like, there's a bunch of useless items in the game that is just poop.
Yeah. Okay. Let's move on.
So it's like, let's do something with the poop that we get.
Inquiring minds want to know.
Inquiring minds want to know what you've been playing, Break.
The same stuff mostly. Just the Friday the 13th game. I still suck at it.
Yeah.
Since last week, I have got to play as Jason in multiplayer, which is pretty awesome.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Did you kill
anyone? So
anyone?
that means there are chances for me to actually survive by killing. Killed the motherfucker. Because I still die all the time when I play
counselor
as a counselor.
Yeah.
My problem is I probably need teammates because, well, for the car you need a key, you need gas, you need a battery. You know.
Yeah. You know,
I playing with a bunch of random people and just either nobody has a microphone, or the ones that do are just dicking around.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun playing with Freak. And he's good. Like Freak 5's good at Friday 3. He's been playing it for a while.
Well, send him an Xbox so he can play with me.
Yeah, I will do that. It's in the mail. It's in the mail. It's a lot of fun. There's a lot of fun to be had in Friday the 13th. It's not technically the best game ever, but if you have friends, I could see where that.
Yeah, like we said last week, it needs more. Like it's a fun game, but it just feels like yes, like you had the blueprints for something totally amazing.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. There's lots of ideas of what could have been done with that game. Like there's no shortage of ideas for sure, but All right, let's see.
But don't get me wrong, fun game.
Yeah, it is for sure. Anything else you've been playing, Break?
Halo, playing for the series. That's basically it. And then mobile games.
That's plenty.
What about the free games that I don't pay anything for? Like I kind of feel bad for these developers because I know there's a lot of people like me sitting playing their games. And
Eric, what have you been playing? A bunch of free games?
London Detective Mystery. I'm still working on that. This Jack's scenario is surprisingly longer than the others so far.
Yeah.
But probably because it's the most complex one. But anyways, I also played more Dark Devotion. I was really harsh on it last week. I decided to get back to it because I watched a couple videos because I was trying to figure out if I was just not getting something in the game, and sure enough, it was. And there is actually a progression system. It's just tied to exploration, and so I'm warmed up to the game a little bit more. I still have some problems with it, like the fact that there's no fast travel, and there really should be. But or that the game could like make more of a effort to give you like a better health system, or at least start you off with more health so that survival's easier. But other than that, I've been playing Gears 4 and 5, which I'll review later. But when we do the reviews, and the other game I've been playing today, I didn't even play it yesterday because I was so tired after seeing Terminator. But which I'm not reviewing because Frank told me to save it for next week.
Yeah,
because he wants to chime in on that.
I want to watch it, man. I don't want to be spoiled at all, man.
But Luigi's Mansion 3. I decided I'd take back Indivisible, and despite the fact that it was over 7 days, I got my refund, and I paid the difference for Luigi's Mansion.
Okay, all right.
I'm guessing they let me do that because it was in its wrapper still, and the fact that they were going to make a sale because I was going to get Luigi's Mansion.
Yeah. Well, I mean...
And because they know that GameStop's probably doomed anyway, so who the fuck cares?
Yeah. Yeah, it is doomed. Well, and then you've become an expert at shrink wrapping, Eric, so, you know.
I didn't shrink wrap it. It came that way.
Oh, okay.
I just bought it one day, and I just, like, using birthday money that my mom gave me.
Yeah.
But I just never got around to playing it, so I was like, why don't I just get Luigi's Mansion and rent that from Redbox instead, or GameFly instead, or wait longer for the Switch version.
Yeah.
So the guy seems a little bit flaky. So if he's listening, I'm calling you out. So.
Oh wow, calling him out.
Holy shit!
I want to get that interview going. So
are you calling him out for like next week? Do we have time to get Michael Buffer?
Yeah, let's get ready to rumble. Did I do good there, Breakman?
I think they're just busy because they probably need to patch the main game that's out now.
You know, Michael Buffer, Breakman, sounds completely different in person. You would think he'd have this like really deep voice, but he's actually got a really high, kind of higher pitched like tone to his voice. It's weird. It's like jarring. It's
like
jarring.
Gilbert Godfrey.
No, it's more like the first time you heard Mike Tyson speak, sort of like that, sort of. Not quite to that scale, but
be careful what you say.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't talk bad about Mike Tyson.
Oh no, I'll never talk bad.
Oh, bite your ear off.
Yeah, exactly. Or beat the shit out of me. One or the two.
I would just one punch would kill most people.
Oh yeah, no question about it, man. He's
unprotected head or something.
Oh god,
yeah, like him, guys like him.
Any boxer,
a lot of boxers, yeah, and
any boxer.
I was gonna say NFL players.
Yeah.
Like these guys are like really. They're built tough. Imagine like rugby players and soccer players could probably kick you.
Oh yeah, they'd kick the shit out of you probably.
What's the scatter say about Mike Tyson's power level?
Yeah, he's up there, man. Like that, I know. Like towards the end of the career, he was nothing. Like everybody was kicking Mike Tyson's ass, but man, back in the day, there was no better. Okay, real quickly, I've been playing more of the Talos Principle. Next week, I will have a review. I'm like really close to finishing that game. I know it. I just didn't want to do a review today because I think it's unfair to do a review if you don't see the ending. I think. I mean, I could do a review on it. I mean, I don't think there's going to be anything super revelatory in the ending, but you never know. So I'll just hold off till next week. Plus, we got lots to
Oh
get
God,
to
I hope
this
it says thank you for playing.
I need
Oh
to
my
correct
God.
myself too about Dark Devotion. I was like, the game does have a sort of fast travel system, but it's not quite the same.
Okay, Eric. Let's move on to
RPGrinders reviews.
All right, Eric, you've got a ton of reviews, so let's go through them super fast motion here.
All right, I'll save Super for last because the other ones I'd rather talk about first. But Mobile Suit Gundam: The Origin is a TV series adaptation of the OVA series that came out a few years back. And like the title suggests, it's the origin of the original Gundam series, and it explains what happened that led up to the 1-year war that Amuro got caught involved in. But it's primarily a story about the origins of Char Aznavour and how Cashball Daikun, which is his real name,
And how he rose to douchebag status.
yeah. He basically became more and more crazy and disgruntled because his father was murdered by the zombies. And it's about him
Spoilers.
trying to get revenge by murdering all the zombies. And he doesn't actually start doing it until Mobile Suit Gundam proper, but he's definitely working his plans into motion at the start of this show. It starts with him as, like, I don't know, I guess at least 11 or 12 or something. And him and his sister moving to the Earth, and then, or no, to another colony, and then the events happen. And then a few years pass, and he's in the military academy training, impersonating an actual person named Char Aznavour. He basically pulled a Shro Barton from Gundam Wing, and he just assumed the name of the person that he was going to be, and he made it so that the plane that he got on blew up because they were targeting him, and he figured the only way to shake them off was to actually take advantage of this moment, and because they look exactly the same pretty much, except their eye color is slightly different. So he was hoping they wouldn't notice, and he got this kid murdered and assumed his identity and stole his papers. But after that, it shows him meeting Lala and how they ended up together in the Zeon army. But shows Amuro. And then it ends right before the first episode of the original series starts.
Okay.
And so it was a good show.
So it's the Rogue One of Mobile Suit Gundam, then.
Yeah, kind of. Before Rogue One was a thing, because that's how old the OVA is. It's like, let's see, 2012 or 13 or something.
Oh, I didn't know it was that old. Wow.
But yeah, it took a while for all of the OVAs to come out, because like they were released in like 6 volumes that were about 2.5 hours each or so.
Okay, Eric, let's speed up the reviews here.
Yeah, okay, that's that. But then there's One Piece Stampede, which is another One Piece movie, and I don't know exactly where it's placed in the timeline, but it's definitely after the Dressrosa arc. But I think it's after the arc that comes out afterwards, which is called the Whole Cake Island arc. But none of the characters that join them after the end of the arc are present, so it's kind of weird. But it is a good One Piece movie. It's probably better than the last one. Shintani, who did the artwork for the recent Dragon Ball Super Broly movie, his style is even more present here than it was in Gold. So he's definitely leaning heavily on the specific art style now, but which is good because it looks great. But I like the story a lot more than Gold. It doesn't have a villain. I mean, it sort of does the amorphous blob villain power thing, but at the same time it doesn't, because it boils down to them just fighting normally at the end. So, and his motivations as a villain were a little bit less two-dimensional. So if you like One Piece, you should probably check out Stampede. You can't see it in theaters anymore, but it's going to be available in stores probably a month or two after today or whatever. But I'm going to give that. Oh yeah, I forgot to actually give a score to the Origin. I'm going to give it a 9.5, but I'm going to give One Piece Stampede a 9.
Okay.
But I saw Ma and Halloween on Trick or Treat last week on Saturday because that's what my county does. It just does it on Saturday. But considering how shitty the weather was on actual Halloween, it was probably for the best because it almost always is a bad day on Halloween. But Ma was it wasn't bad, but it could have been better in a lot of ways. But it's a weird, interesting story on how a person got revenge so many years later because the opportunity presented itself. She ordinarily wouldn't have been able to do it, but then she chanced upon the children of the people who wronged her. So she wanted to get revenge on them by taking out their kids.
So she's Freddy Krueger?
Yeah, pretty much.
Only without the weird nightmare powers. But I'm gonna give that I'm gonna give it a 6.5.
Okay, that's a decent score. It's almost in line with mine. I would give more.
And then Halloween. I've never seen a Halloween movie to I've never seen an uncut version movie, and I never seen it to completion. But this is the first time I did.
Okay, what are your thoughts?
I thought it would be way more gorier, but it wasn't. I think Brightbird's a gorier movie than this.
Yeah, I would say so, but
especially
it's not,
since a lot of the gore is obscured by darkness.
Yeah, it's not intended to be a gore fest. So
No.
you know, that's not what Halloween is, man. Have you not seen the original?
No.
Okay, you got to watch the original, man. I mean, it gives you kind of a good. It's supposedly kind of a pseudo sequel to the original, only years and years later.
But because I think it ignores a lot of the other ones.
Yeah, it ignores everything except for the first. So.
But anyways, it sets itself up as the end of the Halloween storyline, but I'm gonna guess they're gonna do more, but they're gonna probably just make a new main lead.
Not sure about that.
I mean, because they could always do a reboot, because that's always a thing. Because that's a thing Hollywood does.
Yeah, I don't think they're rebooting, man. So, what are you giving Halloween, man?
So you think it's the final Halloween movie?
No, there's two more coming. No, there's two.
So what would they do? You think they're gonna actually do sequels?
There's 2 sequels already in the works. They've finished. I think they've almost wrapped up one of them, and I think they're doing them like at the same time. Like 2 sequels.
I wonder how you do a sequel to a story like that, though.
Well, we'll see.
Even if even if that movie is a big box office flop, it doesn't make any movie or money in the DVD and stuff. They'll just reboot the franchise.
Yeah.
Halloween will not go away.
So they're gonna do a sequel, and if it fails, they'll do a reboot.
Well, no, they're doing. It was a huge success. So
Well, I'm saying they've rebooted Halloween several times now. Essentially. They'll just keep redoing it and redoing it and redoing it, as it's not. It's a big franchise. They just keep doing it. If a story fails, then they'll drop that story and move on.
Yeah.
Also, before moving on to the next review, all I have to say is Terminator: Dark Fate shares a lot in common with Halloween in the sense that a lot of these movies are hey, remember this thing from a couple decades ago?
Wait. What did you give Halloween, Eric?
Oh yeah, the score. I'm gonna give it an 8.5.
Oh, okay. That's high praise from someone who doesn't watch horror movies. Okay, continue on.
But it shares a lot in common with Halloween. There's a running undercurrent with all these movies. It's if you think about it, it's none of these movies are necessary, and almost all their storylines are about, should we even keep doing this franchise? Yes, because we want money. But as our audience, do we want to keep watching these? This is a question we should ask ourselves.
Well, I'm definitely highly interested in Dark Fate. I mean, I don't know what you're gonna say about it, Eric, but like, I'm excited for it. Like, I haven't been this excited for a Terminator movie since Terminator 3, and I like Terminator 3. I know a lot of people don't like that movie, but yeah. But you're gonna skip that review till next week.
Yeah,
so
but
let's move on
I
to
did
something
watch
else.
another sequel movie called Zombieland Double Tap, which is it's a good fun time. A lot more of the same, really, but there is I don't know how much time has passed in the world of Zombieland. I mean, it makes it seem like at least 5 years has passed, but I can barely tell because because the main character whose real name, actor's name escapes me right now.
Woody Harrelson.
No, he's not the
Columbus?
main character.
Oh, the Eisenhower character. What's his name?
Yeah,
It's
Jesse Eisenberg.
Columbus.
not Columbus
Jesse Eisenberg, not Eisenhower.
or
Yeah, like
Eisenberg.
Now I
yeah.
remember.
In the first one, it was they don't go by names; they go like where their hometown is.
Yeah.
But anyways, it manages to be a decent sequel because it's even though it's largely a rehash of the first movie's plot, there are a lot of new jokes, so it works.
Okay, good.
There's even a Bizarro World segment where they run into like counterparts of themselves, but they're like shittier.
Yeah, they showed that in the previews. Yeah.
But that's a good movie to watch for like $5, like I did. So, and then I've got a review of Gears 4 and 5, and technically 6 because they're all part of a trilogy, and basically reviewing the trilogy, even though 6 isn't out yet. But you play as a new lead character for JD, the son of Marcus Phoenix, and it's like at least I think it's like anywhere between 17 to 18 years later after the end of the third game.
Mm-hmm.
And you're fighting this new threat called the Swarm, which isn't really the new threat. It's just more like they basically Borged the Locusts and made them stronger, and now they're subservient to a new queen, or they were looking for one. I mean, at the same time, they are the Locusts, but at the same time, they're different enough from the Locusts because they
in the fifth one, did they explain how the Locusts actually came back? Because the Locusts were at the end of the third game completely destroyed.
I think when they did the thing that killed all the Locusts, they just took their bodies and basically body snatched them.
Oh, I do remember in the fourth one, like they were like crystallized and stuff like that. Yeah. Okay. Never mind. I remember now. Been a while.
But so now you're fighting this weird fleshy insect like Manitou parasite. So basically, you're fighting locusts that are being controlled by parasites. Basically, what it boils down to. But anyways, it's a Gears game, and well, they're all Gears games. But the one thing I kind of liked him for was the fact that there's a segment where you climb on a mech and shoot things. It's like, yeah, a mech segment. Give me more of that. And Gears 5, on the other hand, does like a weird pseudo open world thing where you can go to several different places for secondary objectives. Because like they added this new feature where you have this robot helper named Jack, and you can get upgrades for Jack that lets him do different things, and that makes him more useful in combat. So the AI for Jack is actually pretty handy because he'll like shock enemies.
Whoa! This sounds like Gears 5 is actually different. Like there's new things in Gears 5.
Yeah.
It's not stagnant of war anymore. Like they've actually made improvements.
Stagnant of war. I like that. I guess the same could be said about Halo too, though. But yeah,
no, that's
and-
not at all. Halo games have always changed.
And the story is a lot more interesting now because it feels like the Coalition's actually trying to do a really solid narrative. But they also did like an old relic from the last generation where you have to make a quote unquote moral choice of who to save.
Oh boy.
Yeah. And it's weird though, because you can choose between one of two characters, and whoever you don't choose ends up dying. And considering one of those characters should be really important, I'm wondering whether or not it's actually going to be a permanent thing, or it's just going to be like, we're going to psych you out in the sequel, and they're not actually dead.
I'd always choose the person I have the most chance of laying.
So I almost feel like it's going to be set up where the guy you didn't choose in the last game, like the game's probably not going to check your save file, but it's probably going to ask you at the beginning who you saved in the last game.
Yeah.
Kind of like Wolfenstein. But
that'd be cool.
But I'm sure it's gonna be ending up like, who's gonna be your husband, because because the main character from 4, who is JD, switches to Kate like after the first chapter, and you play as her for the remainder of the game.
Okay.
Because it's her story, and I guess it's gonna still be your story in the 6th game.
Yeah. So what are you giving Gears 4 and 5, Eric?
4, I give it a 7, and I give 5 an 8.5.
Okay. Sounds like we should be playing Gears 5. Yeah, I agree. I'm kind of
also they stripped the of war from the title because they decided, fuck it, we're just gonna call it what people everywhere else is calling it when they refer to Gears.
Yeah. Gears, I like Gears 4, but like just when I thought it was getting good, I did a review on Grinders probably a year or two
ago.
That
I did feel that too. It's like, the story's getting interesting. Oh, it's over.
Yeah, I know. It just ended too quick. It's like, god damn it. But I'm a big fan of the Gears series. I'm not, when I venture out of RPGs, Gears is kind of, not the hard mode, for sure, not the fucking hard modes, because I there's no way. But I do also like Gears
4 is bloated as fuck. It takes way more hard drive space than it does to play Gears 5.
Oh, that's good to hear.
Yeah. Okay, I have a really quick review of Creepshow, the last episode of the series that's on Shudder. I'm not going to spoil anything other than to say that...
I didn't get to do Super yet.
Oh, shit. Forgot about that. Okay, Eric, go right ahead.
Dragon Ball Super.
Maybe we should wait until next week on that one. Well, I guess waiting on something else next week, too.
I'll probably have more movies.
Okay.
So, I'm going to talk about Dragon Ball Super, the series. And, no, we already did Broly, so we just talked the series. But, I'm reviewing it now because I watched both the Japanese and the English dubs, so we can talk about it. And Brake's probably seen all of them now.
I haven't seen all the Japanese release yet. I've seen all the dub version, but that's it.
Yeah,
and,
well, at least you can at least talk about the dub. But
yeah, well, I didn't. Okay, go ahead.
But let's see. Dragon Ball Super is mostly a great show in my opinion, but like there are definitely some shortcomings. Either whether it be Toei's lack of quality control or my issues with the localization from Funny's side. But I think generally it was a good experiment, and I hope they can. I know it's continuing because apparently work started back in 2008, and they were probably just waiting until Stampede came out before they make any further announcements regarding the series. But anyways. The first 2 arcs are kind of skippable, which is unfortunate because they are just rehashes of the 2 movies that came before Super did, Battle of the Gods and Resurrection F. But
they hashed them out a little bit more, but yeah, for the most part, you're right.
I don't know, but which is weird because the TV series actually does Battle of Gods a little bit more justice by giving characters more time to evolve, but. The Resurrection of F arc of the show ruins a lot of what happened in the movie. The movie's just a better, more succinct version of what happens in the show. It's like the opposite of the first movie.
I don't know. It's been a while since I've seen Resurrection of the movie. It was a great movie, though. I did like it.
But anyways, the seasons that came after that were the 6 arc where they join a tournament and on a planet that Beerus' brother Champa has set up a little tournament for them, basically battling for the fate of either their Earths. It's like if Champa wins, he's going to use Super Dragon Balls to resurrect his Earth. And I guess he was going to swap places with their ruined Earth.
Yeah, he was going to steal Dimension... It was Universe 7, right?
Yeah.
He was going to take in his Universe 6. He was going to swap Earths so he can get the delicious food of the Earth that Beerus was eating, and he wasn't.
A better wish would have been just to wish the Earth back, but whatever.
Yeah, well, they've kind of shown that Champa not really high on the brain power.
Yeah. But anyways, Universe 7 ends up winning, so the next arc after that was the Goku Black arc, which was a decent idea, but the ending of that arc was very unfulfilling because Trunk fails, and they kind of just don't mention it. And I hear the manga did the story a little bit better there. Although it has Goku end up killing Zamasu by using Hakai. So he apparently learned how to do Hakai just from watching Beerus. But that's one way is that the manga starts diverging from the storyline in the anime.
Okay, so what do you
Interesting.
What do you give in Dragon Ball
Yeah,
Super?
the
arc
has always
after that-
been a bit darker than the anime.
There were some filler episodes, like the clone, like the copy Vegeta arc, where he was basically the Guiji of.
Yeah, that was pretty good. He's sitting there rooting against Goku at the whole time, even though Goku's trying to save his life. Like, like my clone should do better than this. Like, this is ridiculous.
There's one cool thing that the Funimation dub did is they got the Ocean dub actor for Vegeta, Brian Drummond, to do the voice of copy Vegeta.
That's cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Anyways, that like the last arc was the Tournament Power arc, which was conceptually was also really cool, but it had a couple poor spots. Like some characters, they kind of dropped the ball in character development. Like Gohan's finally strong again, but we're gonna do nothing with him really.
I think I don't know. I agree with that. They kind of showed that he's still very smart. And it's not going to be about his strength. It's going to be about his intelligence.
I know, but still, it's like
I know. Like Gohan technically should be the strongest character in the universe of Dragon Ball, but he's just they killed that when they made
they wasted his potential. Like they wasted the potential of characters like Goten and Trunks. In fact, Goten and Trunks' biggest issue is that they didn't redesign them to look older. They still look like they're 7, even though they're like 13 at this point.
You know the problem? Chi-Chi's the problem.
Chi-Chis are never the problem, Breakman.
That's Goku's wife, man. I'm blaming his wife.
Oh,
I know he
okay.
loves her and everything, but yeah, like she's the one who ruined Gohan, and she. I think she kind of ignored Gotenks, like at that point. Like,
Well, technically that's
Gotenks-
Akira's problem because a character wrote Chi-Chi bad.
Okay, Eric.
you aren't gonna fight, you little asshole. You're the strongest person alive. Fuck
Also,
you.
Jiren is uninteresting as an antagonist, but
I think they wanted to make him more of like neutral than evil. And,
yeah, but
I don't think that worked.
Yeah. But especially when you find out why he is the way he is, it's really dumb. It's basically Batman, but like even more emo than Batman.
Yeah, like I said, I think they wanted to play him off as not like evil, but for the tournament they really should have made somebody like they should have really made him evil.
And my problems with the localization stem from more on the Toei side than Funimation's side, because Toei's dictated a lot what they want in the English dub, like using really lame names for the attacks like Destructo Disc. They still hold on to that nonsense, even though Mr. Satan is properly called Mr. Satan now.
Yeah. All right, Eric, we got to move on. So what are you giving Dragon Ball Super?
I'm gonna give Super so far because it's coming back. We don't know if it's coming back as Super or like as a new name now, though. But they should probably give it a new name, differentiate between the manga, though. Because the manga differs so heavily from it at this point, but I'm gonna give it a 9.
Okay, high praise. Um, I am gonna do a really quick review of Creepshow last episode. The last story was directed by Tom Savini, and I think that's all you really need to know. It is really good. You guys should go. If you don't have a Shudder subscription, if you're a horror fan, it's a no-brainer. They have right now they have like 33% off of their annual subscription, so you'd be paying like less than $3 a month. And I'm telling you right now, Creepshow is one of the best things on TV. I rail against The Walking Dead because I think it's one of the worst on TV. But Greg Nicotero, in my eyes, has redeemed himself with this Creepshow. It is spectacularly good. If you're a fan of the old Creepshow movies 1 and 2, I highly recommend it. Get Shudder for a year, watch Creepshow, and all the other content on there. It's really, really, really fucking good. So 9 out of 10. I'm not giving it a perfect score because there are, it's an amalgamation of stories, and some of the stories are not quite as strong as others. But overall, it's TV almost at its finest, especially for horror fans. So, highly recommend getting Creepshow. Mrs. Brakeman would love Shudder Break. It's awesome. It really is. And from time to time they get stuff like all the Nightmare on Elm Street movies. I think they just added New Nightmare, which is pretty good. But they got a lot of original content and stuff like that. So there you go.
Cats Free Five wants to know how Chi-Chi's are. Like almost all the female characters in Dragon Ball, they're all hot.
We'll see. So, there you go.
And they're pretty big, considering most of the characters in that show.
Yeah.
I mean, and Chi-Chi's probably the right wife for Goku, because she's the only one who, like, intimidates him, you know? She's the only one who can intimidate Goku. Like, for the most part, like, nobody else can really do it. She's the only one who can put him in his place, and that's good for them. He needs that sometimes.
Yeah.
But at the same time, she also lets him do stuff like when he runs off the train and stuff like that. Like, she's mad.
Although there was a point in Dragon Ball where Bulma could have been his love interest.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting, but I think she's better with Vegeta, because, like, the same thing with Goku and Chi-Chi. Like, he's what she needs. Like, I think being smart and being able to stand up to Vegeta and not and at the same time be able to look past his faults like she does.
Yeah.
I don't think Chi-Chi could do that. I think they're paired right.
Okay. Let's move on. I don't know if anybody has a Heiscapade, but I'm gonna skip. I have a Heiscapade, but I'm gonna hold off because we're short on time this week. Anybody else have a Heiscapade they want to talk about? Okay, let's move on to.
What is it?
Stinko of the week.
All right, Breakman, you're up. Your Stinko of the week. You there, Break?
Did we lose him?
We might have lost Break. How about yours, Eric? We'll wait for Break to get back on the line.
All right, I got two. The fact that Halloween sucked. The weather was really dreary. Then again, it was still dreary today, so it's been dreary.
Mm-hmm.
But almost everything I did that day went wrong. Like, I was trying to get to the movie theater. I wanted to get some food before the movie started. There was too long of a line at Taco Bell. There was too long a line at Burger King. Like, the only good thing that happened that day was I was able to get Luigi's Mansion with that money that from the return, and then actually get the game afterwards. But not having a whole lot of time before the movie started, I tried to get some hot dogs from the movie theater because it was. I mean, movie theater prices are usually garbage anyways, but, like, out of all the things I could have gotten, it was the cheapest.
Mm-hmm.
And it would have held me over till the movie was over, at least. But they didn't have any hot dogs, so I went to the pretzel place to get a pretzel hot dog. I get one. I wanted to get the pretzel pepperoni roll thing that they had, but they apparently didn't have any more. So I got that instead. And I was eating it, and since it wasn't, I guess held together very well, the hot dog slipped out of the bun. So I ate half the hot dog and the rest of the bread.
Oh, yeah, I hate that shit, man. It sucks. All right, what else?
It fell on the floor, and I was like, damn it, now I have to throw it away.
Oh, shit, that sucks, man. What else you got, Eric?
But, I probably should have just got a hot dog at Dairy Queen, like I intended. I was like, no, I'll skip Dairy Queen, because I'm probably going to get donuts from Dunkin' after this movie, because it's going to be late.
Yeah. All right, Eric, what else you got, man?
This is an event that happened this week. This is from the NHK, but in the NHK, there was a fire, and it destroyed Okinawa's Sherry Castle.
Oh no!
So a little bit of their culture died that day.
That really sucks, man. Really sucks.
So the fire department in Naha City, the prefectural capital, received an emergency call about the fire shortly after 2:30 a.m. on Thursday.
Yeah.
That's just 30 fire engines at the site, extinguishing the blades, but 6 buildings at the castle grounds have burned down, including the main hall and the north and south halls. They say 4,200 square meters of the site have been damaged.
Yeah, that really, really fucking sucks. Definitely a stinko for sure, Eric.
It doesn't say how the fire was started yet, because I guess they are investigating that still.
Well, it'd be even worse if it was arson, man. But god damn, that really sucks. That's a piece of heritage just burned down. Did we get you back, Breakman? That's a resounding yes. Yes,
Okay, awesome.
we heard it.
I mean,
You can hear my cowbell then, yes.
Yeah.
it sounds like it's damaged enough that they can probably reconstruct it, but there was probably a lot of valuable stuff that was still in those parts.
Yeah. All right, let's move on. Breakman, your stinko of the week.
Oh, let me see here. I went out, I went to the store and I bought a box of Hershey's candy stuff and a Mars candy bars, like full size candy bars, not giant, not king size, but not the little itty bitty ones that people give out, not
The
the
fun
size
size.
stuff like that.
Yeah,
not the
fun size.
so-called fun size, right? No, these are normal size candy bars. You know, I wanted to be the cool house where I give out the big stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
The one you want to come back to. Well, yesterday it rained and temperature dropped, and I got 0 trick-or-treaters.
What?
That's why I don't do candy anymore, because I live in an apartment complex and hardly anybody goes to those.
Yeah.
This has happened before where the weather's gotten really bad, and I didn't get any trick-or-treaters, but it still sucks because this is the year I bought big candy bars, you know? Like, I was...
Yeah,
Well,
well,
more
look
for
on the
you.
bright side,
Save it
Break.
for-
Look on the bright side. At least you have candy bars to eat now.
Also, that was part of my Halloween sucks stinko, because, like, yeah, technically we did trick-or-treat on Saturday, but that doesn't mean the storefronts need to stop selling Halloween candy, because now all the Christmas stuff's out.
Yeah. Well,
Freak says that sounds like a sweeto. That means more candy.
Yeah,
They
that's what I was-
should do that. They should do Halloween shit until after Day of the Dead.
I agree. I agree with that as well. And I agree with Freak 5. That's the point I was trying to make. Break. More candy for you, man. For sure.
Yeah, but that also means more calories, so you're gonna
that's
be
true too.
feeling that weight.
It's a balance, man. It's a balance. Anything else, Breakman?
No.
That sucks, man. That the gods had to rain on your Halloween parade. You know what I'm saying?
Because the day before it was close to 70 degrees.
Yeah.
And it was all right and stuff like that. And in the morning,
Rain.
when I got up, it was like 50 and it felt good. And then rain started coming, and all day long rained, and the temperature dropped, and the temperature dropped. And then it was in the 30s, and the wind chill made it feel like it was in the 20s by trick or treat time. I'm like, God damn it! Fuck.
Yeah, it was like
I think it snowed this morning.
30 degrees here, and we had gotten like a foot of snow previous days. But man,
That's what happens when you live next to the lake, though. You get snow and sleet a lot.
people still came out. We had, I'll get to my sweeto and I'll talk about Halloween in a minute.
It's where I am. Like, people usually have to stop to like park and get out of their cars to come to me, because like I don't have a lot of kids in my area per se.
Yeah.
Like, there used to be, but they've grown up. And
Poor Break, man. You were all excited. You got the big candy bars.
I
And,
know.
you
I
know,
know. That's what's really. I was excited. Like I've got like. At one
You should have
point,
put a
like,
sign. I
was
got
holding the
full-size candy
bars
bars
up,
here.
like for people who are driving by. I was like waving the candy bar, like look, it's full size.
Just trying to give it away, man. That's
Just
funny.
trying to get somebody to stop, man. If an adult stopped, I was gonna give them a candy bar.
I remember seeing a tweet that like people had like the most popular candies by state or whatever.
Yeah.
And like Wisconsin, what's the hell is your problem? You're handing out cheese as a that's not candy. That's not. It's a treat, but it's not candy. And it's yeah.
That's as bad as the people that hand out pennies and shit.
But
Oh, look.
Erasers and pencils and
Freak
on
or
that
toothbrushes. Here's a toothbrush.
Yep.
on that same map though, I saw Mars bars and I was like, Mars bars still exist?
Yeah, I know exactly. Freak
Where
5.
can you get those? I want to get them. I've never had a Mars bar.
Yeah, Freak 5 says now Break can use them to lure kids into his van. So there you go,
Are
Break,
Mars
man.
bars the same
There's-
as Mercury bars?
there's-
though?
That sounds like a
all-
lot of work. That would impede on my other business.
But see, there's always a silver lining. Is the point, Break Man? You know.
Oh,
you got-
okay, I get it now. Yeah.
Okay.
Are the Mars bars the same as the Milky Ways though? I don't know. Are they?
I
different?
don't think so. I think Mars bars are better. They have like nuts, some type of nuts in them. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever had a Mars bar.
They're
either.
good. I like Mars bars. They're better than
But
Milky
I
Ways.
have a bunch of Snickers bars because nobody came by.
So I'm gonna have
That
to go on
sucks.
Amazon now and like buy a box full of them, even if it's like $20.
I've got Snickers, I've got Twix, I've got M&Ms, I've got peanut M&Ms,
Jesus
I've got Kit
Christ.
Kats, I've got
God
Reese's
damn it.
Cups,
I like the big
I've got
Kit
Hershey
Kats.
bars, I got almond Hershey
Yeah,
bars.
all the kids listening,
Milky
because
Way,
there's like a bunch of
Snickers.
Cincinnati kids that are listening to this podcast right now.
I
all
wish
missed
that
out.
Hershey's Aero bars were more successful because those were good.
Yeah. Okay, let me move on to mine real quick because we got lots to get to still. My stinko of the week is centrist Democrat liberals on Twitter. I cannot fucking stand them. I don't care anymore. I had it out with someone today about, somebody that's in the status quo is better than Trump. And I'm like, you know what? A fucking piece of shit on the street is better than Donald Trump. Would you vote for a piece of shit? It's like, no, I'm tired of centrism and incrementalism. I'm fucking done with it. To me, this primary is all about Bernie Sanders or fuck everything else, man. Let it all fucking burn down. I don't give a fuck anymore. If you don't vote for somebody like Bernie Sanders, you're basically giving Trump another 4 years. And then, if he decides to become a dictator, another 10, 15, 20 fucking years of the same fucking nonsense. So that same mentality got us Trump. People that wanted Hillary Clinton brought us fucking Trump. That's what this dude was saying. And I'm done with it. I'm fucking fed up with the status quo. I'm not voting for any fucking centrist Democrat anymore, ever. I'm an independent. I've always been independent, and I need change, but the opposite of the Donald Trump change that we got. And to me, it seems like Bernie Sanders is that fucking change. And I don't want to hear anything about a fucking Elizabeth Warren because she just released her quote unquote Medicare for all plan today that includes 10 years of us waiting for us to get to that point. By that time, she'll probably be out of office. So fuck Elizabeth Warren and fuck everybody else but Bernie right now. And that's just the way that I feel. I'm sick of the fucking status quo. I'm tired of it, and it needs to change. So that's my stinko of the week.
Then there's the fake progressive Young who spouts progressive rhetoric, but he doesn't have any intention of doing it.
What about senile Biden?
Oh, fuck Biden. Biden is a fucking...
Also, I'm going to say fuck Obama
I'm terrified of the whole idea of Biden.
Oh, God. It's not going to be Biden.
He's so senile. Like, I think
Yeah.
Trump just fucking trounce on him.
Oh, he will. Trump will trounce everybody but Bernie. I guarantee it. If it's anybody but Bernie, he will fucking trounce them. He will trounce them. It's clear as day to me. The only ones that have a chance, obviously Bernie Sanders, I think would easily beat Trump. Warren possibly, although I think Trump would fucking trounce her too. But whatever. And Biden would get trounced, no question. All right, let's let's move on to
Biden would forget where he was half
Yeah.
the time, I think.
Fuck, Biden sucks so bad. Let's move on.
Dude, what does my tattoo say?
Sweet of the week.
All right, Break, you're up. Your Sweeto of the week.
Let's see what's
Candy.
Yeah, you got a big stash of candy.
Yeah, I got a lot of candy. Let me see. There's candy, and then there's college basketball season starts, I think, on next week.
And the NBA
there's
started.
that. Yeah, because God knows football season needs to end. Fuck.
Oh, this season has been the worst
Being a
NFL
Bengals
season
fan
ever.
is so painful sometimes.
Broncos too, man. We're not far behind. Like,
Yeah, well, I know you guys went out and got Flacco. That's a bad deal.
ugh, yeah.
What your goal should be to get a line and then get Andy Dalton next season.
That's probably what's going to happen because Flacco's done for the year and he's probably done here. So that's
He should be done everywhere. He sucks.
yeah, I agree. I mean he doesn't suck. He won NFL MVP, but fuck.
Look. In the current NFL, let me say, he doesn't suck because if you get into the NFL,
Yeah, you're
have
good.
talent
Right,
and skill
right.
beyond belief.
Yes.
I'm saying this year, and his time has passed like a few years
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah. No, I agree with
He
that
should have
assessment.
probably moved
for
on
sure.
a while ago.
Yeah. I mean, he's still got
And-
an arm, man. The guy can throw the football, but he
He
cannot
could be a good
fucking move.
backup quarterback,
Yeah.
but he wants to be a starter, and that's
He can't move. In this NFL,
Yeah.
you have to move, man, and there's no movement. He doesn't do anything exciting.
If he
He's-
doesn't have a line, like
Yep.
the same problem, and that's the same thing. You're going to get Andy Dalton, and
Yep.
Andy Dalton's the same way.
Yep.
He doesn't have a line. He's going to sail the ball over everyone's head.
Yep, and
because
if he has a line, he's great. And we don't have a
Yes.
line, so we need somebody that can move, that can run. I wanted the Broncos to pick Kyler Murray so fucking bad, but he obviously went first, and that was a pipe dream. But God damn it! But anyways, I digress. You're Sweeto. Are we? Yeah, so we're still on Sweetos.
I got a lot of candy. Yeah, that's it.
Windsock's in chat. Welcome, Windsock. Thanks for joining.
I got nothing on the Sweeto department.
It doesn't look like
something.
Eric has anything either, so I'm assuming you don't have anything, Eric.
No.
Halloween was awesome for me. And Bernie, we had a bunch of like really cool Halloween animatronics that scared the shit out of a shit ton of kids, which was, oh man, it was the highlight of my day. But there was, I did it up. I got a few videos.
I mentioned that I didn't get any trick or treaters.
My parents at least got like a decent amount, but we still had plenty of candy left, which is unfortunate, I guess.
Yeah.
Like there was one year I scared a kid so bad, like I had to like take my mask off and like chase her down the road to give her candy, like because I felt bad. Like
That's what we kind of had to do. I had like for the little ones, I had to like go out like onto the like sidewalk and like give candy because people were hesitant to come up to the door. It was kind of scary. So a lot of animatronics. I have video. I'll post it. I had fog. I had a cemetery. So it's really cool. I'll show you guys on Twitter later. But special shout
Freak
out.
says Frank wants to scare the kids so the rest of the year they stay off his lawn.
Get out of here! You're exiled, you son of a bitch, and you're exiled for repeating that. Frank.
Well, that's rubbing it in that you like were scaring kids and having fun on Halloween, and then again I was out there waiting. And
I have a Sweeto, Frank.
Jesus. Okay, go ahead, Eric. What's your
I
sweet?
just learned this, but apparently Beto O'Rourke's dropping out.
Yep, he dropped out. So that's I tweeted earlier. Another one bites the dust with a picture of Freddie Mercury doing the song, the Queen song. So yeah, I'm happy. That's good. I think some of those voters are gonna go to Bernie. So good for Bernie.
Yeah, and now Buttigieg needs a drop.
Oh, he's not gonna
think,
drop.
Harris is the next one.
Harris, Bennett. It just need. You know what it needs.
Well, Harris she just cut back on her staff.
Yeah, she's
because
next.
She's bleeding money right now, so I think she's next.
Yeah, the best costume I saw for Halloween was a dog dressed up as Bernie Sanders. So it was really
the
cool.
best video I saw for Halloween was like a doorbell being rung, the door being opened, and it being 3 dogs in costumes.
That's cool. I'm gonna give a special shout out, another sweeto to Wyland. He gave me a digital copy to a 4K version of Three from Hell, the unrated version, which has exactly 42 seconds of extra content. So, yeah, it was so laughable. But anyways, thanks. Special thanks to
our
Wyland.
rating sports are stupid.
Um,
Rating system throughout this country are stupid.
But Bernie says, "What about mine?" I don't know what you're talking about, Bernie. Type it in chat.
Not just
She looked awesome. Bernie did look awesome. She dressed up. She had a robe, like a black robe, and I did her face makeup like the lead singer of Ghost, and it looked really cool. So there you go. Okay, let's move on to, if I can pull it up here.
It's a free for all. Little baby. Yeah, it's a free for all. Wow. Suck it.
Okay, free for all this week. I teased it last week. We did kind of an 8 monster challenge last week, and Dracula ended up winning. This week, this is really the ultimate monster challenge bracket. I have 48 movie monsters, and we're going to be picking out of all these. We're going to get down to the final one. We're going to have to do this kind of rapidly, so you're going to have to think quickly, gentlemen. But I'm going to give you 2 movie monsters, and you're going to tell me who you think would move on. And we'll start with 2 horror icons, Michael Myers, and speaking of Three from Hell, Captain Spaulding. I am picking Michael Myers. Captain Spaulding is more of a just regular human serial killer type. I know he's an icon, and I love Sid Haig, but Michael Myers takes it for me. What do you guys think?
A guy that can't really be killed to a guy that probably can.
Yeah.
Yeah. No contest. Michael win.
Yeah. Let me add Break to the mix here. He dropped for some stupid reason. I don't know why he broke. All right, do we have you back, Break?
Yes, I'm fucking getting really fucking irritated. I'm sorry. What?
It's all good. All right.
Can we put Skype in as a monster for this bracket?
It's not Skype. It's my computer. My computer keeps going into sleep mode. I'm just sitting there. I'm typing, and the next thing I know,
So weird.
Okay, we'll put Break's computer in as a bracket.
Yeah. It's all good. All right. So Michael Myers.
Still a new one for me. So okay, start this bracket. Frank.
It's okay.
Start over.
Michael Myers versus Captain Spaulding. Breakman.
Ooh. Let me see. Captain Spaulding is pretty awesome, but I gotta say Michael Myers is just he's a killer, cold-blooded and ruthless, and he goes right for the job.
All right. We all three concur. Michael Myers moves on. Let's move on to the next one. Sam from Trick or Treat, or Jigsaw from the Saw series. And I will
never watched the Saw series, but Sam could do some shit.
Okay.
Which one is Sam?
Sam is the. Have you seen Trick or Treat, Break?
Yeah, I just watched it earlier.
It's the little
Trick or Treat. Yeah, Jill's over mad. I'm sorry, Mrs. Breakman's mad at me because I don't know who that is.
Yeah, Sam.
She hated the movie, but anyway, who was Sam? I can't remember.
What the hell is wrong with her, with Mrs. Breakman? Trick or Treat's a great movie. Sam is the little dude with the sucker in his mouth that.
Like the pumpkin head monster thing?
Yes.
Okay, so Sam versus who?
Sam versus Jigsaw from the Saw series.
Oh, that doesn't seem right.
Isn't Jigsaw just a normal dude though?
He's a
Jigsaw's
mastermind.
A man, but he's a really smart man versus a monster. I don't know. Go ahead. What do you think, Eric?
I've never seen the Saw series. I'm gonna go with Sam.
Okay.
I'm actually gonna go with Jigsaw because Jigsaw's smart.
Ooh, oh man, this is a tough one for me, and that's why I put them together because I agree.
Because thinking of Sam, basically, we see him killing people by surprise, and he fights somebody who seems competent, but he's extremely drunk at the time. You know.
Yeah.
I think if he fought somebody like Jigsaw, who's extremely smart.
Yeah.
I think Jigsaw might have thought of a way to get rid of him.
It's sound reasoning, Breakman, but I think I'm going to go with Eric on this one. I'm going to be the tiebreaker. And in chat, they're saying Sam. So I'm gonna go.
Yeah,
with,
I mean, I get it. At the same time, Jigsaw never fought anybody. Like,
Yeah.
there's no like he didn't trap anybody
Right.
by
Okay.
like coming up behind them and hitting them with some martial arts or some shit.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. The next one, super.
I think
Sam wins.
I think Sam. I mean, Jigsaw would only work in that situation if he had control. But if he's put into an unexpected situation like with Sam, I think he'd lose.
Yeah. Okay. Let's move on. Now this one, it took me a while to think. I didn't really think I did. I just went through and matched people up based on like kind of controversial type things. I'm matching up Freddy Krueger with the Cloverfield monster. Now
I never saw Cloverfield.
you never saw Clover. Oh, Jesus
No.
Christ. Okay, he's basically a
I think-
kaiju monster.
Well, I don't know if Freddy is capable of doing anything less than a missile strike, a nuclear missile strike to kill a giant monster. So,
Who you going with, Eric?
so I'm gonna go with the giant monster.
Okay.
Does
I'm gonna
the
go-
monster sleep?
I'm gonna go with Freddy Krueger.
No,
Hold on. I'm going with Freddy Krueger because, yes, I do think the monster does go to sleep, and I've seen Freddy Krueger change his fucking size, like, on a whim, so I think he could, like, easily become, like super Freddy again, like, bigger. So I'm going with Freddy Krueger, so it comes down to you, Breakman. Who do you pick, Freddy Krueger or the Cloverfield monster?
Do we know the Cloverfield monster sleeps though? Because the reason
Yes.
it couldn't be Jason's because Jason doesn't sleep.
He does sleep, and he did get into Jason's dream. I don't know if you remember
I
Freddy.
don't remember that. Okay, maybe
Freddy
Jason
versus
does
Jason.
sleep. I don't remember that. Maybe
Yeah.
I'm wrong. Okay, I'm sorry.
maybe it's
That's okay.
like rarely sleeps.
So,
But he can
assuming
be
that
put
the-
unconscious.
Assuming the Cloverfield monster goes to sleep, who are you picking?
If the Cloverfield monster sleeps, then Freddy could easily win.
Okay. So,
If the monster doesn't sleep, then there's no way Freddy could fight it.
well, we're assuming that there is sleep involved. I mean, it is a sentient
We're,
being. So.
we're
Okay.
assuming a lot. I'm just
Yeah.
well, I mean, I
But
guess
if
we're not
that's the
assuming
criteria,
a lot.
then I have to go. I have to go with Freddy then.
Okay,
So.
we're all in agreement. Freddy moves on. Next one. This is super interesting, guys. Annabelle versus Chucky.
Chucky.
Ooh, that was quick on the draw. I'm picking Annabelle, man. I think
I mean,
Annabelle's.
because the demon that controls Annabelle is really strong, but Chucky can endure lots of punishment.
Yeah, but I'm thinking
But
that.
I don't know if Chucky has the ability to actually, unless Chucky knows of a spell to use against the demon, he'd probably lose.
Well, let's mix
But
in
I'm,
chat.
but I'm assuming that Chucky would know something like that. So
Look,
he could
I'm
win.
picking Annabelle just because I do think the demon is slightly stronger than the spirit of what's his face? I can't remember the guy spirit that went into Chucky. Who are you picking? Break.
I don't remember, but he was able to do that because he gone to that witch doctor, right?
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
and
Yeah.
he basically was selling his soul to the devil, right?
Yep, it's up to you, Break. Who are you picking?
Well,
Annabelle
I mean,
or
if
Chucky?
he's selling his soul to a devil versus like a demon, I just like you can't like he'd come back if you kill him.
Well, who are you picking?
I'm saying Chucky.
Okay, Chucky moves on. Chucky gets a reprieve. I vehemently disagree, but that's why we're doing this. Okay, now that's that bracket.
Chucky
We'll go-
could probably use magic to make the demon's true form show up
Yeah.
and then actually kill him.
Okay, let's move on because we got time.
And well, I think that also Chucky could inhabit the body of Annabelle.
Ooh, wow, that's a different
Like,
take.
yeah,
Force the
his
demon
soul-
out.
Yep.
Yeah, like
okay.
his soul could take over the body.
Okay, let's move on to. We'll go back to that bracket. That we have 6 brackets, so this is the second bracket. The first matchup is Hannibal versus the Djinn from Wishmaster. Now, this is interesting
Hannibal's
to
a
me.
normal dude, isn't he?
Hannibal is a normal dude with an excellent mind. Like he is.
Yeah, like he's
He's Trick the Genie.
Yes.
he's Lex Luthor genius.
Yes, yes.
level.
So that's why this is interesting because the Djinn uses trickery, and I don't think Hannibal could be tricked with his wishes. So, I'm inclined to say Hannibal wins this somehow, some way. Like he comes up with a wish that the
He finds a way
Wishmaster.
to get the Jinn to kill itself or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm guessing. So I'm going with Hannibal here. This is kind of an upset on my thing.
Or give himself an advantage by making a wish that could not possibly be interpreted in any way that the Jinn could take advantage of.
Yeah.
I agree with all that, but at the same time, like Hannibal's never came up against like something like the Jinn.
Okay. So you're picking the Jinn?
Yeah, I'm going to
Okay.
go with Jinn, and I think Jinn's spelled with a D first, right?
Yeah, I think so. It's the Jinn, but I just
Jinn.
put Jinn.
Yeah, because everybody in chat's like Jinn, and I don't think that's how it's spelled.
Yeah. I
Sorry,
think
guys.
it's
Like you all failed me. Like this is ridiculous. Like you, shame on all of you. Shame.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, exactly. I'm picking Hannibal, and who are you picking, Eric?
I'm gonna go with the Jinn.
Oh, damn it. Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm going with the Jinn too.
The Jinn moves on. Okay, next one.
Because like if worse comes to worse, he'd be tricked, then he'd be pissed off and just kill him right on the spot.
Okay, next matchup, Frankenstein.
Freak says Hannibal has lived one lifetime. The Jinn has existed for many lifetimes. Is probably smarter. I disagree with the last part of being probably smarter. Like Hannibal's proven to be like genius, like beyond genius level smart. Like he's kind of been able to control things from behind a prison cell, like Lex Luthor type.
Yeah,
smart.
I would have went with Hannibal because I think he could have, kind of.
Oh wow, break! We misspelled the name of a fictional creature.
Okay, next matchup because we gotta move on here.
Comments like that are why I said it.
Okay, we gotta move on, guys. Frankenstein versus Jason.
Jason would destroy the monster. I don't think there's even a question.
Wow. That was quick.
Frankenstein's stamina is probably finite.
Okay, so you're going with Frankenstein. I'm picking Jason.
No, I said it's finite, so I'm going with Jason.
Okay, then we all are in agreement. Jason moves on. Poor Frankenstein. It was nice knowing you, but you are not moving on in our bracket. All right, next matchup. Oh, they say Jason.
Even
chat.
Chatters agree with that one. Yeah, like that's the first unanimous decision we've had. Frankenstein's monster doesn't stand a chance against Jason.
Okay. I thought it would be a little more even match, but I was completely wrong. Ghoulies, the Ghoulies from the Ghoulies movie, or the Puppet Master puppets. And I'm gonna go. I'm going first.
Aren't the Ghoulies not especially violent? Aren't they just more like tricksters?
No, they're pretty violent. Yeah.
I never saw all of them, but like the initial premise made me think that. So.
Yeah. I hate to say this, but I think the Ghoulies would beat the puppets.
Ooh, wow! I'm actually going with.
I like the puppets so much, but I think they would lose.
The puppets would probably kill the critters, though.
Freak 5 is exiled, son of a bitch. I'm going with the Puppet Master puppets because I just think they would kill the Ghoulies. I think they're more powerful. They got more powerful magic going on with them, and I think the Ghoulies are more like imps or like mini demon type things. So I'm going with the puppet. So it's up to you, Eric. Who are you picking?
I'm gonna go with puppets because he's got a lot of puppets that can do a lot of different things. At least one of them has got to kill a bunch.
Okay, the puppets move on. The Puppet Master's puppets move.
I'd say all but one puppet survives.
Okay.
and the last one survives, kills the rest.
Oh, okay. All right. Now, here's an interesting one, and it took me a while to think about this, but I think I'll go first on this one. Invisible Man versus Leatherface. Now, on the surface, it seems like Invisible Man would just easily take care of Leatherface. I think Leatherface would be, with his chainsaw, it would just take one small swipe. Like, I think Leatherface wins this. I'm going to do an upset, and I'm going to say Leatherface.
With the exception, the one dude is invisible because he's not quite normal.
I'm going to say Leatherface ends up catching the Invisible Man with his chainsaw and wins. So I'm picking Leatherface. Who are you picking, Break?
I'm going to go with the Invisible Man.
Okay, so it's up to Eric. Who do you think wins, Eric?
How smart is the Invisible Man versus
average?
Leatherface?
He's probably average intelligence.
Yeah, average.
Invisible Man versus Leatherface. I think that Invisible Man just has an unfair advantage.
Yeah. Okay. So Invisible Man for you. I say Leatherface. It's up
I
to
say I go with the Invisible Man too because
Okay.
like
Invisible
even though
Man.
he's average, like Leatherface is still just a normal dude at the end of the day.
Okay. All right.
And you're visible, you can avoid detection a lot more
Okay.
easily.
Let's move on. Godzilla versus Dracula. Now, Dracula won last week. You guys remember? Dracula kicked everybody's ass. So I put him in high regard. And now we have.
I think there was a lot of like discussion on Dracula, and don't think we really agreed on the powers of Dracula, like which Dracula we were talking about.
This is Bram Stoker's Dracula, so he has power to turn into a wolf, power to turn into mist, power to turn into rats, power to turn into, just a vampire. Like he's got mist power, so don't discount, everything.
Could he turn Godzilla?
That's assuming he could bite into Godzilla's flesh, which I'm not sure he could do.
Okay.
So.
This one's a really hard one.
It's hard. It's hard. I'm picking Godzilla. I think Godzilla would eventually just smash.
Godzilla is a big, strong monster that could just. All it take would be one good stomp of Dracula.
Yeah,
so.
I agree.
But that wouldn't kill Dracula. Dracula would come back from being stomped.
Yeah, but we're talking in an individual matchup. Like if you quote unquote.
I don't know. I mean, Dracula died to less. I mean,
you could say
think about how he died in the movie.
You could say the same thing about Chucky. Like, you can't really kill Chucky, right? I mean, honestly, like, he keeps coming back. Or Jason or anything. But we're talking one-on-one matchup. Like, kill in the sense of he's not coming back until the sequel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like if you kill Dracula, he'll be back 50 years, but at least he'll be gone for 50 years.
Oh, Freak 5 brings
the match
brings
would
up
be over. So Godzilla's victory would be all that matters.
Freak 5 brings up a good point. Godzilla breathes fire, one of Dracula's weaknesses.
Yeah, just incinerate Dracula.
Oh,
I don't think it matters my decision because you both have already chosen.
No, I make your point. Maybe you can convince us.
I'm just saying, like I don't know, like the master of darkness and evil. Like
Yeah, if it were Castlevania Dracula, he would win.
Who you picking? Break.
I don't know. I love Godzilla, but at the same time we're talking about fucking Dracula.
I know, it's a tough choice, man. It really is. I haven't
none
picked.
of Bram Stoker Dracula's powers looks like it'd be strong enough to kill Godzilla, though.
Look, are you going to convince us?
But at the same time, like his like a sunlight and a stake to the heart are really the only things that can kill Dracula.
Yeah,
right?
so and fire. Like fire's another one.
So all Godzilla has to do.
Well, if fire kills Dracula, then yeah, Godzilla will win. Like that's not even fair. But I'm just thinking sunlight and a stake to the heart are the only thing that can kill Dracula.
Okay, so
my personal thoughts, and it's just like.
Well, I know, like Godzilla could ostensibly like punch or slap Dracula into something.
And at the same time, like you're saying, like Dracula's like he can't even bite into Godzilla, so like it's just.
There's no turning Godzilla. Like, let's just put it that way.
Okay, so if there's no turning Godzilla, then Godzilla would win the fight, but I don't think he would kill Dracula. I think Dracula would have to run.
Look, most of these ones are not killed. Like, most of these monsters aren't going to be killed. Like, for instance, like I said, Jason isn't going to be killed. Like any of the demons that we met, Annabelle, Chucky, none of them are going to be quote-unquote killed. It's just a matter of, like...
I think Godzilla would win because at the very least he can keep fighting Dracula until daylight happens.
Okay, so we have, and you've actually made a very compelling argument to me, Break. I am gonna go with Dracula. So Dracula moves on. Do we still have you with us, Break?
I'll go with Dracula though because like. At the very least, it'd be a stalemate.
Wow, this is surprising. I thought Godzilla would move on. Thinking about it, but man, Break made a very compelling argument. So let's move on.
I think the only fair fight Godzilla could have is another giant monster.
Yep. Okay, let's move on. Exorcist Reagan from the demon that inhabits Reagan's body, which I believe is Pazuzu, versus a xenomorph, alien xenomorph. So let's go with you, Breakman. Who do you pick? Do we have Breakman? Did we lose Breakman?
I don't know.
I think we lost
so.
Breakman. Okay. Breakman, calling Mr. Breakman. Are you there? Breakman, did we lose you? I think we lost Breakman somehow, some way. Do you have your mute button on, Break? Is that what's going on?
Did Godzilla get Breakman or something?
I don't know. I think he was so pissed that that Godzilla might have moved on that he just decided fuck this shit. Okay, they're making good points in chat. Bernie was upset that Leatherface lost. Freak5 says stake to the heart only paralyzes. Freak5 says, does Godzilla bleed blood similar to ours? It might be radioactive, might hurt Dracula. So yeah, those are all definitely considerations. All right, Exorcist Reagan, Pazuzu versus Alien Xenomorph. And I'm going to go with you.
The who, the what, and the what?
Okay.
Exorcist what now?
Exorcist, the demon Pazuzu, which is the technical...
the demon in Exorcist. Oh, okay.
Yeah, versus a xenomorph. And we have to go based...
I think a demon would win versus an alien.
I'm going to say that the alien wins this because Reagan is just a girl, and the alien would just demolish Reagan. So I think this is an easy one. Now,
what's the point of it?
Hold on,
Eric. Girl, if it didn't have
I'm
powers,
saying
though.
it would be a closer than imagined kind of deal because I think the demon would use his powers to like telekinesis powers sort of and stuff like that. But I think the alien would fight through all of that, get to Regan, and obviously eviscerate Reagan. So I'm going to say the alien moves on, but that doesn't mean that the alien or that Pazuzu gets killed. It just means that the alien is better suited for this type of battle for movie monsters. So what do you think, Break?
I think the problem is if we're just talking about one xenomorph, like I think the demon could probably take over the one xenomorph. If we're talking about like the alien queen and the army of xenomorphs, not even a chance.
No, we're not talking the army. We're talking about one. You think
that's part of the terror of the xenomorph, though. Is it's not just one. It's like it's a flood of monsters. Like they keep coming and stuff.
Okay, so you're going.
So I think you guys are. I think you're hampering the power of the xenomorph.
No, look. If I said horde of aliens,
because I want to see a xenomorph go on, I'm gonna go vote for the xenomorph.
Ooh, okay. So that's let's see who I say alien. So and Eric, you said the demon alien moves on.
I said the xenomorph.
Okay, the xenomorph moves on. Let me mark that down. That's interesting. Okay. The next matchup is the Nun, which is the demon Valak, versus the Fly. Now, this is interesting because I don't think a demon can possess a fly. So, who are we going with here?
If we're going to just gross out factor the Fly.
Yeah, exactly, man. Yeah, but he definitely has some powers, like the power to barf on somebody and kill them. So kind of similar to Alien. So, this is a tough one, man. I don't know that.
Yeah, but Valak in the movies, as represented, apparently doesn't have a form. So
yeah, well,
how could you even harm something like that?
It does have a form. It's the form of the alien or the Nun. So
yeah, but the Nun, well, the movie made it seem like the Nun wasn't really there. It was just a manifestation of their power.
Yeah, I think there's enough power in. Man, this is really tough. I think the Nun beats the Fly because the Fly is not quite as intelligent as the alien. No. I'm going with the Nun. You're going with the Fly, Eric?
The Nun.
And you, Break?
Yeah, I'm going with the Nun too because the one of the problems with the Fly is his intelligence degenerates.
Yep. I agree, and they agree in chat. The Nun. All right, let's move on. Predator versus King Kong. Now, this seems like an easy win for King Kong, but
No,
you
it
got
doesn't.
Yeah, see?
It's like an easily win for the Predator.
Oh, okay. All right.
Because even if if King Kong was to beat the Predator,
Yes.
what's the Predator do?
He blows up.
Yeah, he blows up. King Kong wouldn't know what the fuck was going on. He'd just stand there.
But let's
So
say
even if King Kong was the win in the fight, like the Predator would still
would
win.
that bomb be powerful enough to kill the Kong?
Look,
though?
I'm going with King Kong on this, and here's my reasoning. Like the Predator, I don't think would even get a chance to do the bomb. I think King Kong would just take one fist or foot and squish the Predator.
Team of Predators would probably kill
the Predator
Kong.
can disappear though.
That's true. That is true. That's a one power of the Predator. I might have to rethink.
Kong from Kong Island, especially.
Yes, Kong from Kong Island. That big ass fucking King Kong.
I still think the Kong would win because Predator's been taken down with less. So
I'm Breakman. You might have a compelling argument here. So this is up to me.
I mean, Dutch in the first movie killed that Predator with just not even high tech weaponry.
Because he bait and switched him is how he did it. Like the Predator wasn't expecting like a human to set up like a. He set it, the way Dutch set it up is he set up like a trap that was like, here, look at this, like look forward.
Okay.
And then while you're like looking at that, like the real trap gets you.
Okay, I decided
the Predator wasn't expecting something like that.
You were just compelling enough for me, Breakman. I'm going with Predator.
Yeah, but Kong's actually pretty smart too.
Yeah,
Kong is smart.
I'm going with Predator,
that, but he's the Predator's a predator.
Yeah, I'm going with Predator because he could like turn invisible and go from a distance, and Kong wouldn't know what hit him. So I'm thinking the Predator takes King Kong down and takes his skull, to wherever.
Nice. So the Predator moves on.
Predator moves on.
You.
Okay, here next matchup. This is interesting as well. Gremlins versus Critters. Gremlins versus Critters, and I'll start.
That one's really good.
Yeah,
Gremlins.
Oh, I got one vote for. What say you, Break?
If we're talking, especially if we're talking about the sequel, where there were a bunch of different types of gremlins.
That's fine. Any gremlins, any gremlins you want to think of. What about you, Breakman?
Oh no, the critters would just eat everything.
Yeah.
So we get the electric gremlin that could just turn electricity and shock them all to death.
That's true too. But there's tons of critters. So I know this is a really, really tough matchup. Who you picking, Break?
I'm going with the critters.
Okay, so it's up to me.
I've never seen the critters capabilities either.
I'm gonna go with critters as well. I'm going with critters. I think they are a little more vicious than the gremlins. So critters.
Yeah, that's a good description. They're more vicious.
Except if you're talking the series, they're actually they're more akin to gremlins, but I still think they got bigger teeth and mouths and stuff like that. So critters move on. All right, next one, The Thing versus the Phantom of the Opera. Now I'm talking the Thing of the John Carpenter's The Thing movie versus the Phantom of the Opera. Bernie says The Thing in chat. Who you picking, Eric?
The Phantom was just a dude that was fucking around with the theater.
He's actually a monster with kind of supernatural strength and stuff like that. So
supernatural ability to play the piano. I
mean, fall in love with a woman.
I think.
Yeah, I don't think this is a fair fight. I think
the Thing moves on. The Thing is unanimous. The Thing moves on. Okay, next matchup I have for you guys: Victor Crowley from the Hatchet series versus Mr. Hyde from the Universal Monster series.
Isn't Crowley just kind of like a Jason type character?
A little more to it than that, but yeah, he's kind of like a Jason character.
I think he'd win because Mr. Hyde, I don't know how much, I don't know if the difference between him and Jekyll, is stark enough. I think he loses intelligence when he becomes Jekyll.
Yeah. Yes.
What says you? What say you, Break?
It's sort of like Hulk and Banner, you know.
Yeah.
So I think the smart but Jason-like character would win.
Okay, and you, Break?
I think so too.
Okay, I'm in agreement. I think Crowley moves on, and let's move on to the next matchup. This is super interesting as well, guys. The Mummy, like from the Universal Monsters series, versus the Creeper from Jeepers Creepers. And I'll start with you,
Ooh.
Break.
Okay, I just think the powers of the Mummy would probably win.
Ooh, okay. One
Because if
vote.
we're going for the Mummy powers, like I'm just thinking like the Brendan Fraser movies and stuff, like where at one point like the Mummy was able to take over the whole fucking desert.
Mm-hmm. Okay. That's very sound reasoning. Bernie says the Creeper. Who do you think, Eric?
I don't even know what the Creeper is, so I'm going with the Mummy.
Okay.
It's like the Mummy, before they became the Mummy, already had an incredible array of powers. So.
Okay, I agree. And Bernie says Creeper, but she loses, so Mummy moves on. Let's see. Creature from the Black Lagoon versus the Killer Clowns from Outer Space. And I'll start with you, Breakman.
Killer Clowns versus the... What was it?
Creature from the Black
Oh,
Lagoon.
the Creature from Black Lagoon. The Killer Clowns.
Oh, the Killer Clowns gets a vote.
I think the clowns will win, even though I don't know what the clowns are like, because there's more than one of them.
Okay.
Yeah. And the Creature from the Black Lagoon needs to be in water.
That's actually not true. The creature can be above water. But I agree. I think the Killer Clowns would cocoon the shit out of the Creature from the Black Lagoon. So there you go. All right, Audrey from the Little Shop of Horrors versus the Wolfman from Universal Studios. And I'll start with
the Wolfman, because all they need to do is like clip that fucking plant.
Okay. What say you, Breakman?
I mean, it's kind of
think
It's stationary, even though it's big. But so all you have to do is get around it.
Okay.
I think the Wolfman would be lunch.
I think the Wolfman would win because I think Audrey would try to grab the Wolfman, and the Wolfman would promptly rend the shit out of Audrey. So a little bit disagreement there, but Wolfman moves on.
And if he gets caught, then he can just use his insane strength to break free.
Well, but Breakman made a good point. Like, I mean, have you seen the mouth on Audrey? Like, seriously? Okay, here's another thought
So he
experiment.
gets swallowed, he can just cut his way out.
Okay. The Graboids from Tremors. I don't know if you guys versus Carrie. Now, Carrie has supernatural.
Carrie sets them on fire.
Oh, yeah, she could set them on fire. She could do lots of things. So, I mean, the Graboids basically are like surprise artists, right? They're like, kind of like those ant lions that like wait for ants and like spit sand at the ends. But
And it's hard to use fire underground.
Yeah.
ooh, okay. I'm picking Carrie because I think
Unless you use psychic powers to get rid of all the sand.
that's true too.
Or dirt or wherever. Like they can just go through everything but rock for the
Okay,
most part.
so it looks like this is up to Eric because I pick Carrie.
Yeah, I'm going Graboids.
Graboids. Okay, it's up to Eric.
I go with Graboids too, because all they need to do is wait for like her to be caught off guard.
Ooh, okay.
And
Graboids
she
move
can't
on.
use the fire on underground,
Okay.
which makes sense.
All right. Now here's a battle of ghost. We have La Llorona from the Conjuring universe going up against the Grudge ghost, and I can't remember what the name of the Grudge ghost is, so apologies there. So, who are you guys picking?
I never saw either of these.
You never saw the Grudge.
But I'm gonna go with the Grudge Ghost just because Japanese ghost tend to make their ghosts pretty strong.
Ooh, okay. Breakman, who are you picking?
I'm gonna go with the Grudge Ghost too, just because the Conjuring Ghost is always beaten by this old white couple.
Okay. Sound reasoning. I think I will go with that reasoning. They do tend to be a little more powerful. Okay, here's another matchup. Now you guys got to really think about this and I'll explain. The ring ghost, right? So we're going still with ghost theme here. Sadako, yes. Versus Sudoku, yes. Versus Damien. Now, this is Damien as a kid. This is not full-fledged devil Damien, type thing. So, the ring ghost versus kid Damien.
They hang out for lunch and have lunch. That's my answer. Stalemate.
That's kind of hard because did Damien have power over ghosts?
I don't believe I've ever seen Damien have powers over ghosts.
I mean, at that point, I think the ghosts win.
I think the ghosts would win because Damien is just a demon that's possessing a kid, and the kid would die. So Damien would live, but the kid would die.
Okay, so I think the ring ghost moves on. Okay, Freak 5 says, did I ever tell you guys the story about when me and Mrs. Freak went to see The Grudge? I vaguely remember you saying something about that.
Oh yeah, they're redoing the Western Grudge movie. I'm like, why can't? Oh yeah, you kind of already gave us the original Grudge via video release, but why are you doing it again?
Yeah. So remind us, Freak 5. I don't remember. Okay,
so it's like when they did they redo The Ring, the Western version of The Ring?
They have not yet, but I think there's plans for that. So, all right, let's move on, guys. We got Ghostface versus Medusa. Now, this is probably an easy matchup. I'm picking Medusa because Medusa. No, nobody?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Isn't Ghostface just a psycho?
Yeah.
Yeah, Ghostface is just a man. Medusa's fucking Medusa. Yeah.
Okay.
Ghostface would not win.
All she has to do is knock off that fucking mask and turn them to stone.
That's true. Okay.
Then again, I don't think she still might be able to turn them stone because isn't it that you need to look in her eyes?
Yeah.
There's eye slits through that mask.
Yeah. So I think Medusa would win out because she's pretty strong.
I was gonna say, I think Ghostface would make a great statue.
Yes, absolutely. That'd be a great statue. Miss Freak was scared by The Grudge. Wow. Okay. Rawhead
and he's telling everybody on the internet. Great job, man.
I could be a little contrary and say, well, which person who's wearing the Ghostface mask? There's several.
Let's not get into that, man. Let's just say Ghostface. Freak 5. But when we came home and went to bed later that night, Mrs. Freak got up to use the bathroom. Okay, he's telling us the story. All right, next matchup, Rawhead Rex versus the Deadites from Evil Dead. Now,
a demon versus zombies.
Yeah, Rawhead Rex, for those who don't know, is a huge-ass demon that he's pretty powerful. So you've got.
I'll go with the demon.
Huh?
What's he from? I don't.
Rawhead Rex. He's a demon. He's a big ass demon. I can't show you guys. You guys can look him up. But he's a fierce ass fucking demon, man.
I think a demon would win just because a demon is a lot more powerful than just some zombie.
Bernie makes a good point. Deadites are demons too. Freak Fight says
they are, but they're lesser demons compared to him, I think.
Yeah, that's true too.
The Deadites have proven that only Ash Williams can beat them.
Okay, Deadites move on. Freak Fight says when she finished going to the bathroom, she opened the bathroom door, saw something coming down the hallway that moved similar to how the ghost in The Grudge moved. Ooh. Wow. Okay. All right. The last matchup in the final bracket is Pennywise versus the Kraken from Clash of the Titans. Not as easy as first thought here. So, who do you think, Break?
I'm leaning towards Pennywise.
Okay. And who are you leaning towards, Eric?
What are the choices again? I kind of missed that.
Pennywise versus the Kraken from Clash of the Titans.
I think the Kraken could eat him from lunch.
Oh, yeah. This is a tough choice. Did you decide, Break? Because
it's not like Pennywise can take advantage of monster's fears because the Kraken probably doesn't fear anything.
Oh, that's another.
Oh, that's a good point.
That's a decent point.
It's probably too unintelligent to, have thought processes that complex.
Another good
to be
point.
taken advantage of.
What say you, Break?
Oh my god, I was just reading the rest of the story in chat.
I'll read it in a second here.
I'm still gonna go with Pennywise.
Okay,
He's a trickster.
I'm gonna go with the Kraken.
Okay.
I just think I agree with Eric's reasoning. Like he's
No,
not.
it's solid reasoning. It definitely
Yeah,
is.
yeah. I this was tough for me to break. I don't really know. Let me read the rest of the story. He says, what Mrs. Break didn't realize is that one of our roommates had a friend visiting. This girl had one arm, no legs, and was pulling herself down the hallway to use the bathroom. Scared the hell out of Mrs. Freak.
And the only reason I don't think the Kraken is intelligent is because the Kraken's a gigantic squid, and squids are not intelligent.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Okay.
mean, it was just doing the will of the gods. for the
Okay,
most part.
let's move on. Now we are going back to the first bracket. Michael Myers versus Sam from Trick or Treat.
Michael Myers.
Okay.
Michael Myers.
All right, I agree. I think Michael Myers moves on. Freddy versus Chucky.
Ooh. I'm gonna go with Freddy.
Freddy.
Okay, I think I'm going with Freddy as well. I think it's an easy matchup for him to manipulate and win. All right, next round, the Djinn from Wishmaster versus Jason. I think this is easy for me, guys. I'm picking Jason
me too.
because Jason
Well,
is...
Jason probably wouldn't even make it with us. He'd just say, "You're dead, motherfucker."
Yeah, exactly.
He doesn't say anything.
Yeah.
He just kills stuff. You
Yep.
know?
I think Jason moves on, so I think we're all in agreement.
Yeah.
Bernie said the Kraken, by the way. I forgot to mention that, but yeah. Okay, the Puppet Master puppets versus the Invisible Man.
The puppets probably because, well, the Invisible Man. Yeah, he's invisible, but that's all he has going for him.
Okay, break. What say you?
All the
I'm gonna
puppets
go-
need to. All the puppets need to do is launch an attack that he can't possibly avoid. Even if they can't see him, one of those hits got to land.
Okay, what about you, break?
I think because just because of the numbers of the puppets, I think that would do it. Because one of them he could hide and be invisible, but at one point he's gonna move and somebody's gonna catch him.
I'm in agreement. I think somebody like the Nazi puppet would use flame and just light him on fire, and that would pretty much be it. So the puppets
Or
move on.
Spit puke, and then you'd be able to see him. At
The
that point.
puppets move on. Pretty surprisingly, the puppets are advancing. Okay, Dracula versus a xenomorph.
Dracula.
Oh, okay.
Oh wait, I thought Godzilla won.
No, Dracula moved on. I picked Dracula. I
Okay.
was the deciding vote. I picked
Okay.
Dracula. So Dracula versus xenomorph break.
Dracula, because even if he kills an alien, it spits acid on him and burns his skin. He's still Dracula.
I'm picking Alien.
Dracula.
I'm picking Alien because of that reason. He spits acid. It at least slows down Dracula to the point of where he cannot, move on. But who you picking? Break? I didn't hear you.
Could
Hold on.
You think Dracula has the strength to turn a xenomorph, though?
Nope. I don't think aliens can be turned, man. They're different. They're not human. Who you saying? Break? Dracula.
I'm going with Dracula.
Okay, Dracula moves on. Looks like Dracula steamrolling just like last time. All right, the Nun versus the Predator. Break. Who you got?
The Nun.
No, break. Who you got?
Magic
thinking.
powers versus tech and strength.
I'm
Two
thinking.
things that won't work on a demon like that.
Oh, okay, break.
You know what? I think that's a good point. I'm gonna go with the Nun also.
Okay.
Unless like the Predator learned how to speak English and then learn Valak's name so he could mention it and then subdue it.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't
it's
think
not
he-
just that. Like the Predator we've seen, he's used to hunting the
Yeah.
living. Like
Okay.
I think the undead would be total like, what the
Yeah.
fuck?
Yeah.
Oh, a demon's not the undead. It's
Freak 5 says, I think the Xenomorph should have
dead.
won. I agree with you, Freak 5. I would have picked Alien, but Dracula moves on. Bernie says the Nun, and we are in agreement. The Nun moves on, surprisingly. Okay. Critters versus the Thing. Two alien races. One moves on. Who do you think?
The
Break?
Thing.
Hold on, Eric. Breakman. Who
Okay.
do you think?
I'm actually agreeing with him. I think the Thing, because the Thing infects, everything. So
Okay.
I think it would spread among the critters. and
Oh, okay.
Eventually, there wouldn't be any left.
Sound reasoning. I think you guys are correct. The Thing moves on. All right. Here's an interesting one. Victor Crowley versus the Mummy. I'm going to go first on this. I think the Mummy wins because of what Break said earlier. I think the Mummy has way too many powers, and I think he could slow down
Yeah.
Crowley.
Yeah,
All right.
I think so too.
You, Eric?
The Mummy.
Mummy moves on. Okay. Bernie also said the Thing. The Killer Clowns versus Wolfman. This is easy for me, guys. I think Wolfman, easily kills Killer Clowns. Who do you think, Break?
Wow, I think the numbers would give the clowns the advantage, but at the same time, and also the Wolfman's normal during the day.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go with the clowns.
Okay, I'm the deciding factor. I think Wolfman.
Okay.
I think Wolfman. If all things considered equal, Wolfman being in Wolfman form, I think Wolfman could run through as many clowns as they send. I don't think it would be too hard. All right, the Graboids versus the Grudge Ghost, guys.
Oh, that's a weird battle.
I know,
Because the
it's a
Graboids
really-
can't eat a ghost, and then
Yep.
what's the ghost do against a worm?
Well, I'm just kind of telekinetic kind of powers, stuff like that. So
Yeah, I guess she could use her powers to trick the worms.
Yeah.
Send them off to their deaths and stuff. Go
like
off
over a
the cliffs.
cliff or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think the ghost would win.
I agree. What do you think, Eric?
The Grudge Ghost.
Okay, the Grudge Ghost moves on. We have the Ring Ghost versus Medusa. This is super interesting. I don't think the ghost could possess Medusa, could she?
But Medusa can't turn a ghost to stone, can she?
No.
Ooh, that's a good question.
If she can't turn an opponent to stone, what else can she do?
I think Medusa wins because I don't think.
Well, then again, all Sadako has to do is get someone to have Medusa watch her video, and then she dies in 7 days.
I don't think.
all the ghost has to do is curse her.
I'm going with Medusa just because I think that if the Ring Ghost appeared in front of Medusa, I'm banking on the fact that Medusa's powers still work beyond the grave. So I'm going with Medusa. Who you going with, Break? You're the deciding
I
factor.
think this is a stalemate. I
Yeah.
don't see how either one of them wins this fight.
Ooh.
Is there stone power as a curse too?
Yes.
I think it is.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, because she was in her life she was obsessed with her beauty, and then
Yep.
was it Aphrodite? Somebody changed her
Aphrodite,
into that
yeah.
as punishment.
Freak 5 wanted the clowns to win. I forgot to mention that. Too bad, Freak 5. The clowns.
Well, what
lose.
if instead of turning her into literal stone, it would just put her soul in some kind of weird prison?
Ooh, good point. Good point.
I want to know what Freak thinks about this one.
I say
these are all good
Medusa.
points, but I still think this is everything comes out as a
Okay,
stalemate.
so
to
it
me.
comes up to chat on Medusa versus the Ring Ghost. Let's move on. We'll see what chat says. The Deadites versus the Kraken.
Oh, I don't think that's a fair fight.
Kraken would still win just because the Kraken's that powerful.
Okay, what do you say, Break?
Yeah, the Kraken too. The Kraken
Okay.
it's huge.
Okay.
The Deadites, they have numbers, but they do not have the size of the Kraken.
All right, nothing from chat versus the Ring and Medusa. We'll have to come back to that. Bernie says Medusa. So,
Well, we have one more person, depending on what they say. Let's see what
Okay,
happens.
okay, we'll wait on Freak 5. Freak 5, the Ring Ghost versus Medusa. Let's see what you say, and that'll be that. Okay, let's move back up here. We got Michael Myers.
Kraken, right?
Yeah, the Kraken moves on. We all are in agreement. The Kraken moves on. Michael Myers versus Freddy. Ooh, This is a tough ass matchup, guys. Michael Myers, The Shape, versus Freddy.
I'm gonna say that Freddy learned his lessons from his fight against Jason, and he beats Michael Myers.
Ooh, okay. What do you say? I say Michael Myers wins.
I say Freddy wins because, like, I think since Freddy beat Jason and Michael Myers is just like a weaker version of Jason.
Jason won.
Beat Freddy.
Yeah, Jason beat Freddy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
But he's still a weaker version of Jason, so he'd have an easier time, so he might actually win this one.
Okay. Freddy moves on. Jason versus the puppets. This is easy for me. I think Jason kicks the shit out of the Puppet Master puppets and really, really easily wins. Bernie agrees. What do you say, Break?
Yeah, I agree too.
Okay, you, Eric?
Yeah, since he lost to...
All right. Jason moves on. Okay, now we have Dracula versus the Nun. This is super surprising that the Nun has gotten this far. Breakman, does the Nun have enough power to kill Dracula? Or at least stop him, however you can stop him. Hold on, Eric.
No,
Hold on,
I don't
Eric.
think so.
Breakman?
I don't think so, no.
I think she does.
Dracula would win this.
I think Valak is a super powerful demon, and I think Valak is every bit as powerful as Dracula. I'm picking the Nun, so it's up to you.
I think in most instances either of them could win.
Okay.
But I kind of want to see the Nun advance.
Oh, in a huge upset. The Nun moves on. The Nun is bringing it. Wow. That's insane.
That is a big upset.
Okay, that is a huge upset, but that's why we do this here. Okay, moving on. The Thing from Another World versus The Mummy. Woo! This is such a good matchup. What say you, Breakman?
Oh, wow. Magic versus nature, I guess. The Thing is just what it is.
Yeah.
I don't think the Thing can infect the Mummy because the Mummy's already dead.
Ooh, okay. That's sound reasoning.
I'm pretty sure the mummy could probably just curse the Thing and it would probably just decay.
I don't think the Mummy could curse an alien. I think the Mummy is dedicated to cursing humans. I actually think, like, if you think about it, I agree.
And even if they couldn't, then they could just eviscerate the Thing into nothingness.
Ooh, okay.
Send a bunch of scarabs after it.
And that's what I was going to bring up. That's the tipping point, the scarabs. The scarabs would probably take care of the Thing. What do you say, Break? You think the Mummy?
The Mummy, I don't think it would be much of a challenge because, like I said, the Mummy's already dead.
Okay, all right. Mummy moves on. All right, Wolfman versus the Grudge Ghost.
Grudge Ghost. Wolfman is pure strength, and it can't really fight curses, I think.
Okay. That's.
I think the Grudge Ghost would just attack him during the day.
Okay. That's not fair, but okay.
I know, but this is monsters fight. These
okay, if the Grudge Ghost
fair.
is going up the actual Wolfman, who do you pick, Break? Let's say it's at night.
It's at night. Well, again, we're talking about the undead versus the dead, so I think the dead win.
Okay, the Grudge Ghost moves on. Now we still don't have confirmation on.
Okay, so what was it again? It was
Medusa versus the Ring Ghost. I picked Medusa. Let's see. Bernie in chat picks Medusa. I think you were undecided, Breakman, and Eric
I got an
picked the
idea.
Ring. What?
Huh?
Did we lose Break again?
No, I was asking somebody else in the room and
okay.
I muted myself.
Okay.
Oh.
I got a what? The ghost from the Ring versus Medusa.
This is interesting. Nail biting stuff here. Hold on.
I'm good.
You already
Didn't we
picked.
already do this
Turns
one, though?
things to stone.
What's that?
Didn't we already do this one?
Yes, but nobody could
Yeah, she
pick.
doesn't know either. Okay.
I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with Medusa.
Ooh, okay.
Okay,
What's
well then my choice doesn't matter. I'm gonna go with the other one then.
the ring? Okay. All
I'll go
right.
with the ring
Medusa
goes to
moves
Medusa
on.
wins. Okay.
Moves on. Okay, so let's do Medusa versus the Kraken. I think we've already seen this matchup. I think Medusa wins.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just stone it to death.
Wow. Okay. In a huge upset.
All she needs to do is get in front of one of its many eyes, and
Okay, guys, this is crazy. We're down to the last 6. Now, I did say that 2 people would get a bye. Whoever had the hardest bracket, which obviously Medusa had a really hard bracket with going up against Damien, the son of the devil, and Ghostface, and the Deadites, and
Well, I said many.
Kraken.
I mean big.
okay.
Kraken's
So
are huge.
Medusa's gonna get arbitrarily. I'm picking Medusa to get a bye, and let's see who else. I'm giving the Grudge Ghost a bye as well. So those 2 will set aside. They will be in the final 4. So now it is up to Freddy versus Jason. Who wins?
Jason.
Okay,
Because
we
you
got
won the last time.
we got 1 vote for Jason. What say you, Break?
I think Freddy learned his lesson from his last fight with Jason, and I think Freddy will win the second match.
I'm gonna go with Freddy as well. I think you're right. I think he lost the first
so he
round.
goes on.
Yeah, I think he moves on. So Freddy moves on. Now, this is a huge matchup here, guys. The Nun, the Demon Valak versus the Mummy.
So a demon versus the mummy. That's a good question. I am going to go with the demon.
Yeah, because like you said,
Wow.
the mummy's
Okay.
powers are mostly geared towards humans, and this is a demon.
Yeah.
Wow,
The,
this
the
is
mummy curses humans. I don't think the mummy's going to be able to fight a demon.
okay. So-
Unless we're going off the assumption that demons are like Japanese demons are usually humans that became demons through some kind of misfortune.
Yeah.
But I think Western demons like the Valak are pure demons that were born that way.
Okay. Let's see. The final 4. Let's see, we got the Grudge Ghost. Let me put the Grudge here. And we have, for the final contestant, we have Medusa. So here's the matchup, guys. We have Freddy Krueger versus Medusa. Who do you guys pick?
Freddy.
Freddy wins from Breakman. What say you, Eric?
Well, Freddy has a physical body, doesn't he?
Sort of.
And I mean, she could turn his body to stone, but he could probably just make a new one, right?
Well, yeah, but we're talking like one-on-one matchup. We're like I said earlier, kill as in like kill for the day, or you know what I mean? It's not, you know.
Oh, well, everything would have been upset because apparently Freak has been trying to tell us that he voted for the Ring Ghost, and we just never got the. Never got it.
Yeah, we waited, Freak 5. We waited.
Yeah, he said it just didn't come through for his phone, so that's.
I think Freddy would win this match, though.
Ooh,
Just
okay.
because he has a number of options available
In a
to him
huge
to
upset,
get to
Freddy
the Medusa.
beats Medusa. Okay, so now we're down to the final matchup here. Before we get to the actual final, the Nun, the Demon
I was gonna say,
Valak.
wait, isn't there another one?
No, that's it.
I know that. This
yeah,
is the
hold on.
the pre-finals. This
Yep.
isn't the final.
Yeah, this is the semifinal. The
Semifinal.
Nun versus the Grudge Ghost.
Hmm.
I'm picking the Nun. I think the Nun, the
Yeah.
Demon Valak, is super powerful. I think it has enough power to beat the Grudge Ghost. What say you, Breakman?
Me too.
Okay,
I'm going with the nun.
The nun moves on. The final is Freddy versus the unheralded Demon Valak, the nun. What say you, Breakman? It all comes down to this.
I'm sorry, Cinderella, but the more experienced Freddy would win.
Oh, I'm picking the nun. I think
Okay.
this is a Cinderella story that nobody could have predicted, especially on this show. And it all comes down to Eric's vote. Freddy versus the Demon Valak. So 2 demons going at it. You got Freddy Krueger versus the nun Valak. What say you, Eric?
I'm gonna go with the nun again.
Oh, the nun wins! The nun, in the biggest upset of all upsets, has become the first annual winner of the Ultimate Monster Challenge. Guys, I did not see this coming whatsoever. Did any of you, in your wildest dreams, think that the nun would win?
Oh, I want my money back.
The nun, in a huge upset, wins the Ultimate Monster Challenge, guys.
Wow.
This is insane. I never could have guessed in a million years that out of this.
This is like the when Hogan stormed out there, like and everybody thought he was going to come in and save whoever.
I think even
whoever
if
Scott
Medusa,
Hall and Nash were beating up, and
Yeah.
said they
I think
formed the
even if,
NWO. Like,
Yep.
I just wanted to say that based on Freak 5, just okay, so let's assume Medusa won the Freddy versus Medusa fight and went on to fight the nun. I think this nun would still win though.
Oof. Wow, I did not expect the nun to come out of I thought the nun would lose in the first round, honestly, guys. But wow, the nun pulls
what
the
did
ups.
Nun fight in the first round? What was that? The fly.
The nun fought.
But a demon a demon versus a monster.
The nun fought the fly in the first round, then took care of the predator, then took care of who else? The nun went on. Wow, the nun had a huge thing to climb. The nun took care of the grudge ghost, I believe.
Yeah.
And took care of Freddy Krueger. That is insane, guys. That is crazy. So, there you go. The ultimate monster movie challenge, and the nun wins. Totally unpredictable. I did not expect it, but wow, the nun wins. So
I know. Like the bracket challenge next year, like that bitch is gonna have to go up against something better. Like this is ridiculous.
She's gonna have to.
She's gonna fight like Satan next year. Like,
I'm pretty sure Satan will win that one.
Oh my man! No, I think she beat Damien. No, the ring ghost beat.
Because Valak is a servant to Satan, right?
Wow. I don't know. I don't know if that's been confirmed, but Valak is Valak's pretty powerful. So, all right, guys, we got to do our plugs because it's way late, way past our bedtimes here. So, yeah, wow. Okay.
Well, Freak wants to know if you're going to do a GDP tonight.
No GDP. We ran way over Freak 5.
This is the longest Grinders episode.
Yeah, but it was totally...
crap, I didn't know how late it was. Yeah, I'm starving. Let's get this on with.
It's totally fun, though. We had tons of fun. All right, let's start...
Yeah, stupid nun one, but yeah, we had fun.
The nun is not stupid. The Demon Valak is badass, man. She won. First ever. Annual.
I never saw that movie.
Oh, it's good. I think it's good, more atmospheric than anything. It's not the greatest movie in the world, but the Demon Valak is definitely badass, and I approve. Guys. I did not expect this in the least. So, Breakman, plugs, please.
You can follow me at break_man on Twitter and at RPGrinders on Twitter. And you can send me your Dear Breakman questions because nobody has in a while. And I have feelings, people. I'm just saying.
I know, man. Poor Breakman. Okay, you, Eric. Plugs, please.
You can find reviews on sites I've written for, like BostonPressBrigade.com, TotallyGN.com, and VogNetwork.com, and I got a review of A Knight's Quest up on TotalEGN.com. Didn't get anything written this week, but I did take today off to enjoy a game for a while, so I'm gonna break my not work on weekends vow and work on something tomorrow. Finally, because I got all my affairs in order.
All right. That's awesome, man. I want to thank everybody in chat, especially Freak5 and Bernie for participating in our Ultimate Monster Movie Challenge. Also, thank you to Windsock and Xanakyber, and Bloodluster was in there earlier, and I can't remember. I think there was someone else in there. If I missed your name.
I wasn't quite done. Sorry.
Okay, go ahead, Eric.
And if you liked what I've written about that, or any of the other reviews I've written, you could throw me $1 on my Patreon, or as little as $1. Feel free to give me more if you got money, but I'd appreciate it. It can help me do some more, like get new hardware coming out next year called something 5. Or just a game like The Surge 2, like that'd be far more accommodating, I think.
Okay.
Anybody's wallet, but like game donations, I'd take those over just giving me money. I mean, you could just do that instead, but
okay. Anything else, Eric?
But yeah, my Twitter handle @EricRPG, it has the link to my Patreon there, and that's it.
Okay. I want to thank everybody in chat. Thanks to all the archive listeners on Twitch and on YouTube. Thank you all so much. If you want to join us live and enjoy this madness of just stupid madness like the Ultimate Monster Movie Monster Challenge, join us on live on Twitch and YouTube every Friday at 7 Eastern Time. We don't normally go this long, but we had a special edition of Day of the Dead type thing, or Day of the Dead, Dia de los Muertos type thing, but this was a continuation of last week's Monster Challenge, so there you go. Thanks everybody for joining. If you want to follow me on Twitter, it's @FrankBranches, and RPGrinders on all of the systems, Nintendo, Xbox, and PlayStation. And I also want to plug, go watch The Nun. It's not the greatest movie, but she won our first ever annual movie monster challenge, so go watch The Nun. Fuck it, what have you got to lose? She didn't have anything to lose, and she beat the shit out of Freddy.
Can you watch The Nun on Netflix?
I have no idea. So go watch The Nun. It's a decent movie. It's got good cinematography and decent atmosphere. But,
yeah, I wonder if any of the other monsters on her list, if they'd gone up against her, would have won.
That's something for next year. Breakman, I will redo it for next year. But
right.
The Nun wins this year. It is her year, and we will be talking. Man, that is totally unexpected. I can't believe it. But anyways, stay safe this weekend. We want to see you back here next week. Until then, we are out. Thanks, everybody. All right. You didn't get it in. You didn't get it in. I stopped it before you got it.
I wanted the theme to go.
I know. It was the first time I used that outro. What'd you think of the outro in chat, and also you, Breakman? What'd you think?
Thumbs up, I guess.
Okay. For now, that's what we're using. I might change it in the future, but for now, that's what it is, man. I had a hell of a time getting the other thing. But anyways, everybody in chat, we love you guys so much. You guys know this. Thanks so much, Freak5. Really appreciate it. We love having you in chat. You're sometimes awesome, and you're still exiled, son of a bitch. Anyways, later, everybody in chat. Bye.